But anyways, we'll start the session.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just give me a moment. Okay, so this is as you can see that this particular session is for open session week 3. And I appreciate that the questions are based on week 3. So I request all of you to raise your hands, those who have questions from week 3 first. And after that, if we end up with all the questions from week 3, then I don't mind answering questions from week 2 and week 1. But being that I mean that's the agenda of this session, I will prefer to answer week 3 questions first. Okay, so please keep this in mind. I will take all week 3 questions first, then week 2, then week 1, and then something else if you still have something else to discuss. I don't mind, but I will prefer that particular sequence. All right, so let's start with the first person who raised hand, Vinay. Yes, Vinay Singh.
Yes, sir. So before going to activity question, we just confirm that what the meaning of the side effect and deck, sir.
So what is the meaning of side effect and
yes,
deck?
Sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Sure. So deck as in we are talking about the pile of cards what we have, right? The stack of cards, pile of cards. That's nothing but deck. It's just another synonym. With respect to the playing cards which we use, right? The 52 cards which we use to play, right?
Yes.
It's the standard term is used deck of cards.
Okay.
Pile is I mean it's a synonym, but usually we do not use the word pile with cards. But from day one, from just in the initial lecture, that's what professor referred. So we use pile, but pile, deck, stack, all are just some cards. So Aniket, can you keep yourself on mute? Aniket Selokar. Yeah. So that's the point with that deck thing. You understood, right, Vinay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So next part is what you are asking, side effect, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I believe it was explained on multiple occasions in the lectures. Yes, but the point is, I will tell you what happens is you understand what procedure is, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what happens? Let's say what procedure is there is some executing running program is there, some running pseudocode is there, but in between some task I maybe outsource it. I mean I give it to some sub program or sub code or something which is a small separated or standalone entity out there, right?
So sir, example, sir.
So as example, which even professor took, right? Like a contractor and subcontractor. So for example, I want to find maximum max out of given numbers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And let's say I am writing a pseudocode for that. And for example, I write a pseudocode to find max mathematics marks. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But same pseudocode I can use later on to calculate max physics marks. The code is same, right? Only thing instead of mathematics marks, I will just change physics marks. Rest everything, the logic is still same.
Yes, sir.
So if similar logic can be applied to chemistry marks, to find max among chemistry, to find max among total, maybe max, even let's change the data set, max total bill amount.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Max letter count from the words data set. Like, see, the concept is finding max from some given numbers, right?
Yes.
So this is a very generic steps of execution with respect to pseudocode. So we can extract that part and keep it separate outside the pseudocode, and which we can call whenever we want.
Okay, sir.
Right. So I have a pseudocode in that. Let's say I have a requirement. I want physics marks or highest physics marks. I will simply call some like the way professor put it. I'm a contractor. I may not handle everything myself. I might give some subcontracts to some other people, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even big companies do that. I mean, forget about contractors and all that. Even when you purchase, let's say a laptop, not necessary if you are buying a laptop from one vendor, that vendor is manufacturing everything.
Yes, sir.
Right? There are multiple people to whom they will give subcontracts. Similar thing. Like I am writing a pseudocode, I might not write everything for myself. I might call something from external who will just provide me the required information.
Yes,
But
sir.
in order to provide me that information, I should give them the original data which is with me, right? In this
Yes.
case, our pile of cards or deck of cards, whatever you call it. I have to give them those cards, then only they can find max of let's say physics or chemistry or whatever it is, and they can give me that result back. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But when I give cards to them,
So, this is regarding the astrologer Karishma K. How many minutes do I have with you? Because you guys also have a fixed call. Is this 15 minutes or 30 minutes?
what are you talking in between, Balla?
No, you should extend it because this is going to take a long time.
Okay, I think she's talking to somebody else. Okay, fine. So Vinay, as we were talking, right? So when I give those cards to the contractor, there is no guarantee that I will get cards back in that same order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. If you are counting, you're finding max, you are going to all the cards, right? There's something which we call iteration. And during the process of iteration, the cards may get mixed up. You may not maintain that same order, which may not be a big factor with maybe scores data set or shopping based data set. But imagine what will happen if you mess up the order in words data set.
Yes, sir.
It loses its complete purpose, right? I mean, over there, the sequence is of most importance. Otherwise, it will look the paragraph, you will not even able to read it.
Yes, sir.
That's a side effect of a procedure or side effect of something which is giving out to somebody else.
Yes, sir.
When you yourself manage everything, you have control, you know what to do, what not to do. But when you give it, outsource the task to somebody else, then there is a chance of something going wrong, right? That is nothing but that side effect of a procedure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the point. Overall concept of this side effect. With respect to specific example, anyway, we will get into that once we
we understood,
more into the discussion.
Okay. Yeah. Sir, in the lecture we use the word clone. So what the meaning of the clone is, sir?
Clone means another copy of it, just a copy. And after copying, you modified something. In that, I remember there is one activity question based on that, right? I believe you're talking about that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, okay, can you tell me the question number? Maybe, I mean, I believe that's one of the common questions many people have. So maybe it's, if I explain it, it will help others also. Can you tell me the activity question number if you remember?
No, sir. Actually, in sequence, I will not remember it.
Okay, fine. Then maybe just find it out. I will come back to you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Now, sir, take a general query to others. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. I will move to next person.
It's
Pawan
number 3.5, question number 4.
Okay, 3.5, right? Okay, so somebody mentioned this. So as we were on the topic, let me quickly clarify what this question is all about. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So in this, what we are saying is that you all know what scores data set is, right? So what we have done is we have made a copy of that scores data set. That's the clone of it, and we are calling it math clone, right? That's the name which we are using for that data set, math clone. It's another copy, like math copy, something like that. And in that clone data set, or in that second copy of data set, we have made some changes. So what that changes? Over here in original scores data set, we have mentioned the marks which student got. Like in let's say in maths, if somebody is getting 60, then we write mathematics 60. But in this clone data set, we have done exactly opposite of that. In that, instead of mentioning how many marks a student got, we have written how many marks the student lost. Right? So for example, like Vinay was asking, right? For example, Vinay gets let's say 60 marks in mathematics. In this data set, it will be written as 60, but in the cloned version, it will say 40. Why? Because he got 60, but that means he lost 40. That's what the clone data set is. So all the marks, whatever we have, it is 100 minus that value. So that, I mean, just to get how many marks the student lost. That's the clone data set. So now you have two data sets, scores data set and clone data set. And based on these two data sets, this question is framed. Now, I mean, maybe you can take up this question and try to solve it. Okay,
Yes.
the question is very easy, but understanding this cloned data set might be a bit of a struggle. Okay, so yeah, Vinay, is it clear now? Can you
Yes,
try
sir.
now
Yes,
this
sir.
question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, fine, sure. So we'll move to next person. If you still have a doubt, I'll come back to this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Next is Pawan. Pawan Solanki.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My question is activity question 3,
Uh-huh.
seventh question. Activity question
3
3.
as in 3.3.
3.3.
Okay, 3.3. Okay. Question number 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. It says 9. What's your answer? I mean, according to you, what is your expected answer? I mean,
Sir, I can't solve it.
okay. Okay, no, fine. No issues. I mean, that's why we are here, right? So can you
Okay.
explain me what you understood after reading this particular problem statement?
Sir, I don't.
You did not understood anything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's okay, fine. So let's try to analyze this problem statement first, okay?
Okay, sir.
So what we say, we plan to have a three-way classification for both frequency and length. I believe you were able to solve questions till week 6, right? I mean, sorry, till question 6, right? Till here, you were able to solve, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Because this question is, I mean, it's important to understand this particular table. Then
Yes,
only
sir.
you will be able to understand this question. Okay. So there is now a medium frequency in addition to higher and lower. Also, there is medium length in addition to long and short. So the point is, over here, we have divided all our words into 4 categories. I mean, based on frequency, there are 2 categories, high frequency, low frequency. Based on length, we have length is long and short length. But what if we add third criterion into it, right? Just high frequency, low frequency, another one, medium frequency. Long length, short length, and now medium length. Are you understanding this part? That's the assume
Yes,
that
sir.
these 2 new criterions are added to this particular table. Okay.
Yes.
Now with this particular assumption, what we are asking is how many variables would we need to maintain or to keep track of word counts for the different combination that would come up, right?
Okay,
So
sir.
what happens is, see, earlier we had high frequency long word, low frequency long word, then high frequency short word, low frequency short word. But now we have to consider that medium frequency or medium length also, right? So earlier we had, with respect to frequency, we had 2 options. With respect to length, we had 2 options. That's why it was 2 into 2, 4. Now we have 3, 3. So 3 into 3, it becomes 9. Are you understanding? Every frequency has to be matched with every word length.
Yes, sir.
Pawan, are you understanding this part?
Yes, sir.
Still, there is some doubt. Is it a
Sir,
confusion?
can you please explain once more?
Yeah, sure. So, okay, hold on.
Also explain question number 3 also, sir. How to find the percentage?
Let's not make it chaotic. I'll come to you all the questions. It's my
Okay.
promise that I will answer all your questions before closing this session. Okay, just like always,
Thank you.
we'll make sure I will answer all your questions, even though it gets delayed or something. I'll answer.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Okay, so with that, let me just can you see this notepad open over here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so what we have is just let's say frequency, and for frequency right now we have 2 options, which is high and low, right? And for length, we have now 2 options, which is long and the other one is short, right? So with respect to this, how many different combinations are possible? This is respect to word data set, right? Every word has frequency and every word can be a short word or a long word. Like for example, the word the word the word the, right? It will come many times. So the frequency will be high, but the word is short, right? or for example, let's say in that word we have some word like Swaminathan. Again, Swaminathan words comes many times in our as per our data set. But that the frequency will be high, but the word will be long. So that's the point, right? Or we have something like headmaster. Headmaster word comes only once. It is a long word, but the frequency is low because it comes only once. Something like that, right? That's what we are trying. So with that logic, how many combinations are possible? We have to, for let's say for four, right? For
Yes,
every
4 combination.
yeah, for every high frequency, we can have a long word. Similarly, for every high frequency, we can also have a short word. In addition to that, similarly for low, so this is low frequency, and for low frequency again we can have that particular long word, or we can have a short word. Similarly, now the point is, in addition to this, we added one more feature over here, right? Which is it mentioned as medium?
Medium.
Medium only, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
okay.
medium.
Yeah, okay. I thought it's something in between. I should not use some different word. Yeah, okay. So just keep it as med. Okay. With respect to this high, with respect to this particular high, we will be again, right? Similarly, with respect to this low, we will again have to add medium. So still frequency length. Now there is one more frequency which is medium. So with medium frequency, again it will be medium long, or it will be medium, then
Okay, now I
short,
get it.
and then medium. That's why you have 9 different combinations. Simply a multiplication, right? Earlier it was 2 into 2,
Yes.
now it is 3 into 3.
Yes, I
Is
got
it
it.
clear,
Yes.
Kajari, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, sir.
Pawan,
Yes,
is it
sir.
clear for you also?
Yes, sir.
All right, fine. Great.
Sir, I have a doubt
Thank you,
in
sir.
the question.
Deepa, do you have doubt in same question?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, if we have frequency high, low, medium, and length long and short, then how many variable we need?
9 variable, right?
If length is only long and short.
Okay, length is only, so this is what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you
Then it
just
will be 6.
6, right? 3 into 2. It's simple multiplication.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Like, see, in this case, what happens? These, okay, you do not have medium over here. So this goes away, and this goes away. Right?
Okay,
6.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Anybody else have doubt in this question, or can I move to next? Okay, I assume nobody has a doubt. So Pawan, is that all from your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Kajari,
Yes.
you raise your hand. Was this the
Yes, sir.
question, or you have something else?
No, I have something else. I have activity question also, and I have a query on that thing. One thing is explain that the first 3 person who got prize, one of them is male,
Can you first
female.
tell me the question number so that
There
I
is
will
no
be able...
question, sir. This is a concept. I'm not able to get
Okay, so
it.
this is based on some lecture content.
Yes, right, sir.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Tell me.
When the professor explained that thing in the paper, I am able to get it. There's a 3 person who there's a 3 person in the rank who got prize. One of them male and female has to be, and one of them has to be highest in at least one subject.
Correct. So this 3 prize problem lecture you are talking about.
Yes.
Right.
But when this converted into the pseudo code, that thing is, I'm not able to get it. How they write the pseudo code? Will you please explain that one?
Okay, sure. So you want me to explain the entire pseudocode for this, or specific timestamp which you can tell me where you are not understanding it?
I just don't understand that when they compare these things, then they transfer this thing in third, in second one into third, first one into second, and the maximum into first. Okay.
Okay, understood. And now I know where you have a doubt, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just
So
give
I
me
have a similar query, like
uh-huh.
the same thing is there in the assignment question 3.4, question number, I guess it's 6.
Yeah, so
Number 6.
Fayed,
Yes, sir.
let me answer this and I'll come back to you, right? There are people waiting, so
No, sir, it's the same concept, but in the question
uh-huh.
form, sir.
Okay, sure. So if it's on same lines, we can take it immediately after this explanation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me open the slides. It will be easier to go through them as and when as per our requirements. So lecture is free flowing. On this we will have controls. So pseudocode for 3 price problems. Yeah. I believe you all know that the slides are available on the portal. You can download them and refer them when for your
Yes,
preparation.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, okay, so I believe this is the part where you have you
This
have
part and
confusion,
the
right?
next part, how they proceed this thing.
Yeah, fine.
The-
So let me explain you this part, then we'll move to next part. Okay, Kajari?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So what is happening is, what is the condition? Whatever current marks the current student has, if they are higher than max, what does that mean?
And the marks is the number versus max, and the next card get the higher than that card.
Higher than that, right? So
Yes.
previously this third max, second max and max will hold some values, but the currently whatever the current student we are looking at, that student got more max, even the topper so far, right? So that case what happens? Your topper has to be updated with the current value, right? That is what we do, right? X dot subject is greater than max, we change max to X dot subject. This is something we did from week 1 onwards.
Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Is it like creating
Yeah.
a list and appending every time when we
No, there
criteria
is no
clear that
list.
one
There
is
is no
greater?
list. There
Means,
is no list. We have
no,
not
means
touched
as
list.
a concept. As a
No.
concept.
So that's what Aniket. List is something which will come in week 5. Okay.
Okay.
We have
Means
not.
I just want to say that I have declared value A, which is max, and I am appending it every time when I
No,
get
we are not up. Aniket, that's what I'm saying. We are not appending. It's just this normal variable. We are replacing the existing value with the new value.
okay, sir.
This is standard pseudocode, right? Which we introduced in week 2.
So I got confusion over here actually.
Okay. So then let me explain. Then maybe I will come take your questions.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, so okay, thanks. So the point is, see, Kajari or
Yes.
Aniket, the thing is, whenever we get the current marks of student are, if they are more than max, we should change max to current students' marks, right? That's obvious. But when we do that, the current max, whoever is there, right, that becomes second max. Don't you think?
Yes.
Right? That's
Yes,
why
yes.
for second max we are initializing with max. And current second max becomes third max.
Yes. Yes.
Are you understanding this
Yes,
part?
yes, yeah. That the card they are doing doing that thing in the on the table is like that.
Correct. See, currently you have someone as topper, you have second topper, you have third topper, right? Whenever somebody scores more than topper, then that person becomes topper.
Topper.
Then the
Topper
previous
gets
topper
second
becomes
topper.
second topper, and previous second topper becomes third topper,
Third
right?
topper.
Everyone goes down by one rank. Correct?
Yes.
That is what we are trying to do with these variables. We are just shifting those numbers to next max value, because we have to preserve those values as well, right?
Right.
That is what we are doing with this 4 highlighted lines over here, 5 highlighted lines.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Got
Sir,
it. Got it.
Yeah.
Can you give an example, sir, with some values?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's name them max 1 is initially 0, or I'll set some values. So fine, let's say so far the highest is, let's say 85. Okay, 85 is highest. Second highest is maybe 80, and third highest is, let's say, 70. Okay, then what we are saying, if something like x dot subject as in, I mean, you consider any subject. Let's say in this case, let's say math. If x dot math is greater than max, then what we are supposed to do over here? So what we are doing is we are changing max 3 to max 2. Then we are changing max to, hold on, I have some low light on my end, so I'm not able to see my phone keyboard properly. Anyway, so we'll change it to max 1, and then we change max 1 to this particular value which we just now got from the data set, right? So this is the code which we have. Now let's assume the student, this x dot math, right? Let's make this assumption at some point that this is equal to, let's say, 90. A new student came who got 90 marks in mathematics. In this case, what happens? Our max 1 should become 90. Who asked that I should explain with the example?
Me, sir. Me, sir.
What's
Akhil.
your name? Akhil, right?
Akhil.
Yeah, Akhil. So Akhil, are you following this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 90 should become our max 1, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what we are doing is, and what will be the value of max 2?
Max 2 is 80.
80. Right now it's 80. But when this particular person comes, then what happens? 85 becomes our max 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
max 2 will be 85.
Correct. So what happens is with this particular logic, right? Let's go with this flow. What we are doing, we're doing max 3 is equal to max 2. What is the value of
80?
So what is the current value of max 2? 80, right?
80.
So we are assigning that to max 3. Then what
Yes,
we are
Max
doing,
2 will be 85.
max 2 is equal to max 1. So that's 85.
And max equal to
And
90.
then max 1 is equal to
90.
90.
Yes.
Don't you think this is the updated values are correct as per this logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Akhil, understood?
Got it, sir. Got it.
Kajari, you also?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and
I
just
did.
guys, I mean, this is something you may or may not have noticed, but this sequence is very important. You should always update max 3 first, followed by max 2, followed by max 1. If you
Yes.
change this sequence, your values will go wrong. Okay?
Yes.
You
Overlap.
are discarding this 70, but before, I mean, see, this 90 will come to max 1, 85 will go to max 2, 80 will go to max 3. So it has to be done in a reverse order, because if you do this step first, your 85 will be lost. So before losing 85, you should take backup of 85 in max 2. And before doing that, you should take backup of 80 in max 3. That's why we are updating max 3 first, then max 2, then max 1.
So,
if you do it other way
Yes,
around,
sir.
it will be there will
Yes,
be a
sir.
problem. All will be 90 in that case. Yes.
Sir, I have one issue. I have one question.
Sir, I have more queries.
Why-
Can I-
Yeah, Kajari, I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Why we don't have sequence like that? X max equals to max 1 and max 1 equals to max 2. Why not such a sequence?
Okay, fine. So have you understood this part so far, whatever I explained?
Actually, I've got that the criteria is cleared. Okay,
Uh-huh.
X max is more than max.
Hmm.
Okay, so why we are not changing value like X max will be max 1
Mhm.
means I'm
Can
not
you see?
clear
Can
yet
you see
about
my
it.
screen, Aniket? Can you see my
Yes,
screen?
yes, I can.
I just changed the sequence. I believe this is the sequence you are talking about. Max 1 is equal to
Yes,
x dot
yes,
max.
yes,
Max 2
yes,
is max 1. Max 3 is max 2, right?
Yes, yes.
Let's see what happens if you do something like this. Okay.
Okay.
So max 1. What is the value of max 1 as per this x dot max, right?
90.
90. What is max 2? Max 2 is equal to max 1, right?
Yes,
What is the current value of max 1?
90.
So this also becomes 90.
90, yes.
And max
It
3
will also
also.
become a 90.
Understood why the sequence is important?
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Means
it should
we are
be other way-
like replacing
Yeah.
from bottom to up.
Exactly.
That will mean
Exactly. It should be
it's like
bottom to
we are
up.
subtracting something that automatically it will be on top.
Correct. See,
Yeah,
see,
sure.
consider.
Now I got
consider
a clear
situation-
idea about actually,
See,
sir.
consider situation like this. Okay, there are,
Yes,
let's
sir.
say, there are 3 chairs. Okay,
Yes, yes.
arranged by sequence in numbers. Chair 1, chair 2, chair 3.
Yes,
There
yes.
are 3 people sitting, and
Yes.
I came there and I want to sit in chair 1.
Yeah.
Who will you move first? You can't
Third
directly
one
move
means
person in first
two
chair,
will
right?
two will go to third and first will go to 2. Means you
Third
can
should
sit
go
in
to
first.
fourth first. Third should go to fourth.
Sure,
Second to go to third.
yes.
First to second. Then only
Sir,
first will be vacated, right?
actually, I consider only 3 seats. So
I mean,
thought
yeah. I mean, actually,
removing
with
third.
respect to this logic, only 3 seats is correct because we are not bothered about 70 anymore, right? We are
Yes.
actually completely removing that number because we are not interested in
yes.
70 anymore. So with
Yes,
that
sir.
logic, yeah, you can forget about fourth chair.
Yes,
But that's
yes,
the
sir.
logic here. Got it?
Now I got the clear idea about that how it's working and how
Okay.
it will go.
Okay,
Thank you,
Aniket,
sir.
that's good.
Sir, I
Nice.
had a
Yeah,
doubt in this
Abhinandan.
condition.
Yes, Abhinandan, go on.
Sir, in condition we are taking max means max 1 now.
Yeah, sorry. I missed type. Yeah, we are talking about max one. Yes, correct.
So, sir, here it will be always means this condition will always work when the number is always highest. Like if it
Correct.
is second highest, then it will not work now.
Yes, correct. If it's second highest, then it will not work.
Okay, sir.
See, whatever you are saying is correct, and that is why this code is not sufficient. I mean, I'm just explaining how this works, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever you are saying is that part is correct, but we are not interested in knowing that, right? We are
Yes,
just
sir.
want to find the highest one, right?
Yes, sir. So
And-
because of that condition, I was confused. Nothing else, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so Kajari, I will moving back to your original question. Yeah, can you point me out that next which part of pseudocode is not clear?
And one more thing is when they say that suppose the number in second position, there in third position there sorry, in second position there are 2 numbers. Then same numbers are 2. It's like 95, 92, 92 both in second position and 90 in third position.
Correct.
So how the code will work?
Yeah, okay. So somebody, I think Abhinandan was also mentioning something on those lines, right? So Abhinandan, this was the original code which I was explaining, right? From this particular slide number 3. Right? I
Yes.
mean, all are number 3 in this case, but yeah, anyway. So after this, there is a next block of code which will update that second max. If some value which is not greater than max, but it is greater than third max and not greater than max, but greater than second max, you update these 2. So are you understanding? There are 3 if blocks. The first one which updates all.
Max 1, then max 2, then max 3.
That's how you will get max 1, max 2, max 3. Abhinandan?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Understood, right?
So here, if like for if condition, also the order is important or
yes,
not,
absolutely, absolutely. Same thing is applied here also. Order is important.
No, so for if condition, like for
yes,
condition,
yeah.
I
So if
put
condition only,
max
I'm saying. If condition only, I'm saying these
Okay.
3 blocks has to come in the same order. If you change it, there will be a problem.
Okay, sir.
You should always compare with max, then second max, and then third max.
Yes,
See,
means
otherwise, if something is greater than max, then definitely it is greater than second max and third max, right?
so yes, means like for condition, we go from max to bottom, but
Correct.
for element value change, we go from bottom to up. First we
Absolutely.
change bottom. Okay,
Absolutely, because that is just the comparison, and comparison should start from top, but updation should start from bottom. Understand
okay.
this part, okay?
Yes.
Comparison starts at top, but updation starts from bottom.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes. So
Sir,
Kajari,
I didn't understand, sir. I didn't understand why blocks should be in order.
okay. What happens if somebody compares directly greater than 90 with third highest? This will be, it depends on what value you are getting, right? For example, with respect to our previous example, we were taking that, we had numbers 70, 80 and 85, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
let's say maybe 82 comes. Okay, just for example, just compare 82 or let's say okay, 72 is coming. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
what happens? You're supposed to check whether it is greater than max or not, right? Unless and until you do that, you should not compare that with second max and third max. Because if it is greater than
Yes,
max,
sir. Got it.
then
Got it,
all
sir.
three should be updated, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understood my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
If it come to in between block, then
Yeah.
only
If it
those
comes
two
in
will
between,
update.
then there will be a problem. Correct. Exactly.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thanks.
So
So
this
yeah,
same
Kajari,
pattern
I
is
mean,
there in 3.4 question number 6.
yeah, Ahmad. I mean, I'm taking questions based on same discussion in between. Otherwise, I will take all questions. Don't worry. Just raise your hand and wait. You haven't even raised your hand. How I will know you have a question?
I had raised my hand, but then I lowered it because
No.
this
Don't.
doubt
Just
was
keep.
cleared.
Okay.
That,
Okay. Yeah.
but just
So
to inform that question number 6 holds the same condition.
yeah. So I'll come to that. Just remind me once I finished explaining what Kajari started this, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
Kajari, what you are talking about? Sorry, I missed it. I mean, multiple things
Yes,
are
I'm
coming in
telling
between.
one
Yeah.
thing first of
Yeah.
all. Whenever giving the first condition with if, then the second condition we can use else if, and third condition in else section in pseudocode.
Yes, correct. See, you can use else and all that. That is fine. See, okay, else in this case is okay. Yeah, you can use else in this case. Yes.
Now my
Yes.
second question is, if 2% in ranking in 1, 2, 3, someone get 2% or 3% get the same marks, like 98 someone, and second one is 92, 92, and third one is 90 something or
Understood.
90, 94.
Yeah,
So,
I understood. Now what happens in that case? Let's see.
Yes.
Our current max is 90 as per our previous discussion, right? 90 or 95, something like.
Because
Let's say 90.
professor keep those numbers in the piece of paper, or equal numbers
Yeah.
keep those numbers.
Correct. So consider this. The current max is 90. Okay.
Hmm.
Next one is 85 and next one is 80. Just keep them 5 marks apart so that it's easy for us to remember. Okay.
Yes.
Max is 80. Sorry, max is 90. Next is
90.
85. Next is 80. Right? 90.
Yes.
85,
85,
80. Right.
Yes.
So now a student comes whose marks is, let's say, again 90. Very much possible.
Yes, possible.
Now what happens is we compare this. We do this condition check first. 90 is greater than 90. It will fail.
No. Yes.
No. Then
yes.
we will do this condition check.
Okay.
Now again, max is not less than 90.
And max
but
is not less than 90.
But I mean, but this is greater than this thing, right? Greater than,
yes, greater than 85.
Greater than 85. I mean, ideally this should be OR condition. I mean, the professor has written it in a concise manner in the slides, but ideally there should be OR operator in between. We never compare conditions 3 like this, right? You may not have seen pseudocode like this anywhere else in our assignment or questions anywhere, right? So the point is, I mean, I'll just tell you what happens in that case. In this case, what happens? It may not be greater than max, but it is greater than second max.
85, right? Yes.
I mean, there should be OR operator. So ignore this first part and just focus on this second condition. Because this second condition is true, we will change third max to second max, and we will change second max to x dot subject.
That's mean you were trying to say that first is 90, second is 90, third is 85.
Correct. That's what it will happen. Ideally, we may not want that. Ideally, both 90
because
should
in
be first max.
because in the video, if someone get the same number, professor keep these things only that thing. Suppose
I know. Kajari, I will tell you. The reason is what happens in a practical scenario when two students gets, let's say, 90 marks, both gets first rank, right? We never say one is first grade, first rank, and second rank. Both gets first rank. But whatever code we have studied so far, there is no way to, store two numbers inside say
That's
one
what I'm
variable.
asking. I'm confused with this.
Yes, there is a way to do that, but for that we require some more complicated way to store data. That is, we will teach
Okay.
in week 5. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
we will revisit this when we start week 5. Okay, so this
Oh.
three price problem will be revisited with that aspect in week 5. Okay, so for now, just consider if you understood whatever we have discussed so far, that's more than sufficient.
Yes, that thing I understood.
Okay, great. Then let's see this. Currently, whatever we have is called variables, right? And variable
Yes.
can store only one value at a time. That's the limitation on variable.
Yes.
That's why we have some, some maybe little bit advanced type of variables called list and record. Do you remember? You might remember from
List
week
and
1,
record, yes.
right? So we will
Yes.
explore those formally with respect to pseudocode from week 5 onwards. So that point, we will come back to this example and we will improve our code and we will remove this drawback which we were discussing just now. Okay.
Can you please go to the 3.1 question number 5?
Yeah. So Kajari, I already answered many of your questions. So maybe I'll take this and we'll move to next person. I'll come back to you if there are more questions. Okay. We just have to give fair
I have
chance
few
to.
call question not able to do. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, no
sure.
issues.
I'll see. As I said, I will answer all your questions, but I have to be fair with others also, right?
Okay,
I'll
okay.
come to you.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
Ahmad, Ahmad, right? I forgot your
Yes,
name.
sir.
Something Ahmad, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So you were asking something related to on those same lines. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. The question number 3, assignment 3.4, question number 6, sir. In that
3.4, 3.4.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In question number 6.
Question number 6. Okay.
Yes, sir. In this question, we are asked to compare the marks of the new card with max 3 first. So the outcome will be always 2. Then won't that be an issue, sir?
Sorry, I missed the last part.
So in this question, the new marks of the card is asked to be paired with max 3 first, and then with max 1, then with max 1.
3 first. Yes.
So won't that be an issue, sir? Because max 3, comparing marks with max 3 would always be true, and then the max 3 marks will be always be updated with the file 1 new card marks, which is greater than.
Correct. Yeah, correct. What you are saying is correct.
So the marks of the max 1 will be less than marks of max 3. So won't that be an issue, sir?
Yeah, I mean, see, there will be an issue. We are just saying what will happen. I mean, we might lose the purpose of our entire process, and that, I mean, it may not be the output may not be what we want, but what will happen? That's the question, right? Somebody was earlier asking, I think. Akhil or somebody was asking earlier, what will happen if I change those steps sequence? Then what will happen? Then I changed the 6 steps and I demonstrated to him that what problem will occur in that.
At that time, I was.
So that is something we are trying to ask with this.
Yes.
Yeah, there will be a problem. Absolutely, what you are understanding is absolutely correct. The question is not based on that, right? The question is how many pairwise comparison among. We are not asking about accuracy and all that. We're just asking how many pairwise comparisons are required, right?
Yes. No, sir, I got the question and I gave the correct answer, but I was just.
Okay. I understand. So whatever you understand is absolutely correct.
Yes.
Sir, I have a
Ahmad,
question in the same.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I got
same activity. Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Sir, I have a question in last 9 questions, sir.
Yeah. So I'll come.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Okay. I mean, this is slightly different question. So I'll come to that. Sujay, there are just 2-3 people before you. I'll come to
sir.
Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, Sujay. You're audible.
No, sir. It's me, sir. Fahad Ahmed.
Hello? Am I
Yes, sir. Am I
audible?
audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that there was some network issue on my end. I was speaking under the impression that you guys are here able to hear me. But yeah, anyways, now is it better, right? Now
Yes,
it's
sir.
better.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll go in the order. So Ahmed, I believe your doubt is sorted, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move to next person and it'll come down
Thank
in that same sequence of hand raise. Okay. So next is Junak.
Sir, can I?
Karthik, you have to wait. You just have to raise your hand and wait for your turn. Okay. There are many people waiting before you. Junak Jain, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me, what's your doubt?
So I have a doubt in activity question 3.3.
Okay.
So question number 3 and 4.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me first. Okay. I'll just check the answers and now you tell me what is your answer and why you think the current answer is wrong. Then I will tell you where you're going wrong.
So
So in this question, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I think so. My answer is coming is 60.
Okay. Why? I mean, what computation you did to get that 60?
So for percentage, that the total count is 100, and
Total count is 100. Okay.
and the highest frequency with short words and short word type is 60. So
Okay.
percentage
What we are
60%.
high frequency short word, right? So
Yes,
high
sir.
frequency short word, you did 60 divided by 100, you got 60%, right? That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you're saying. Okay. I'll tell you where you're going wrong with question 3. Then you.
So you are not audible.
Okay. What percentage of high frequency word confirms the hypothesis? This is how the hypotheses are proven or are disproven. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So the point is, what percentage of high frequency words confirm the hypothesis? So high frequency words has to be considered, not all words. So this 60% you took, that is correct, but you divided 60 by 100 in order to get that, 60 by 100, that's why you said 60%, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's not the point. That 100 you should not consider. The point is, what percentage of high frequency word confirms it? So we should consider only high frequency word for this hypothesis.
Okay, sir.
So now you tell me how many high frequency word do we have?
Sir, 80 total.
80. Correct. We have 80 words. And out of 80, how many confirm the hypothesis that high frequency words are short?
60.
So it is 60 divided by 80.
Okay, sir.
I mean 60 out of 80, of course, then multiply by 100, you get the percentage, right?
Okay, sir.
That is why it is 70, right? 60 out of 80 is 75%.
Okay, sir.
Now apply same logic to this question and tell me how answer 90 is coming out over here.
Sir, the we calculate first lower frequency. After that, we have the lower. The question is asking for lower frequency words long.
But the point over here is the rejecting,
Reject.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how many first we have to find how many low frequency words? Tell me that.
So 20.
Low frequency words.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, 18 plus 2. Yes, 20. Next. Then
Sir,
reject the hypothesis. How many are rejecting this hypothesis?
2.
Okay. So what's the percentage? No. 2 are rejecting or 2 are proving it?
So sir, 2 are proving. Rejecting.
So how
is
many
18.
rejecting? 18.
18.
So what's the percentage then? 18 out of 20.
20.
That's 90%.
90.
Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks. We'll move to next person, Siddharth. Siddharth, are you there?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, I have a question in this graded assignment of week 3. I don't want the answer. I just wanted to know that in the 10th question, it is allowing me to select only one option, Whereas I think
Yeah.
that in this question, there are two options which are selectable.
No, there is only one correct answer over here.
Sir, actually, I don't want to mention the lines, but there are two lines
Yeah, I
here.
understand. Okay.
So,
I know this for a fact. I mean, somebody else also pointed this out earlier today morning only on one of the forums. I remember checking it that time. There is only one mistake in this question, or
So
there may not be a mistake. So it is not a MSQ. Okay, it is a MCQ, and one of these options are correct. Only one of these options are correct.
So there is one line in second thing and one line in the third one. Sir. Both there are two lines. I went through the code many times, and I found that maybe I thought that I was wrong, but in the second block of code and in the third block of code, there is one line in each of the block of codes which needs to be modified in order for the program to work. That's what I found. Maybe I'll post it in the forum or something like that.
But sir, in my graded assignment 3, there is a question number 10. There is an option for selecting multiple answers.
Sir, in my
Same also, sir. Same also.
Same also.
What? The question 10, there is no way to select it multiple times.
Multiple select questions, sir.
Like I'll tell you.
No, sir.
See,
We have.
I think there is a,
everyone, please. Let me tell you why that confusion is there. See, earlier by mistake it was written that multiple select. We have updated that. Please refresh your page and check again. That part will go away. We updated that today morning itself. That's what I was telling to Siddharth right now, that somebody else asked this doubt. That's the point when we realize that by mistake we have written that it's a multiple select question. We remove that line. Now if you see on my screen that line is not visible, just refresh your page, you will see that updation happening. Options are not changed. There was just one line over here that we have removed.
no sir.
So in the second block of code should check for two conditions, whereas it is checking only for one condition.
See. I'll tell you, Siddharth. I mean, now you are going towards the answer part. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. After this live session, maybe just stay back or something. We will figure out a way. Okay. Where we can discuss this without disclosing answer or disclosing your understanding of this answer. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Sir,
So
I refreshed, sir, but it's
next?
still showing.
Sir, is there a multiple?
No. See, if you see sometimes that refresh, I'm not sure how you are doing that refresh. That it might require hard refresh. But the point is, it's not a multiple select question. The radio buttons are there, which are correct. You are supposed to select only one of these options.
No, sir. I refreshed in my dashboard. It's showing the also week 4 content. Week 3 and week 4 content in there are like 2 graded assignment solution also.
Hold on. This is.
But the solution is not that this this term solution.
Okay, you are saying week 4 content also. That's what you are saying, right?
Yeah.
So that is fine. See, we are
assignment solution.
Yeah, Pawan. So point is, today we are supposed to release week 4. Usually we release week 4 on Fridays, right? But as I said, from tomorrow there is a big event happening in IIT Madras campus, and because of that we are releasing week 4 one day before. So it is released for qualifier students so far, but it is not yet released for this. So I mean, the people are releasing it. So in next few minutes or something,
week 4
it will
is
appear
released,
for
already
others
released,
also.
sir. Week 4 is released.
It's released, right?
Yes, released.
Yeah.
Already
Yeah, so
released.
it's released for everybody. It's released. Just have to. If it's not, then you just have to refresh it, and you will see it. See, it is now released on both the portals. There might be few minutes of delay. I mean, it is small setting which has to be changed manually internally. So people do that one
Sorry
after
to
the
disturb
other.
you,
Right? So
sir.
there will be few minutes.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to disturb you.
Yeah.
Sir, in week 3, the graded assignment solution is also showing.
Yes, sir.
Really?
But not the same. The graded assignment is the last one. Yeah. The PDF is not the same.
Okay, this will be some previous year's
yeah, the
graded
previous
assignment solution
Yeah.
that might
This is
have
the
been
previous one.
enabled. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll inform the team and get it removed.
So,
Yeah,
sir, can you
it's
check?
by mistake. This is not your graded assignment. Just ignore it.
So now, sir, can you check the graded assignment? Question number 10, week 3.
Yeah, I told you, right? Graded assignment week 3. The 10th question is multiple. It's a multiple choice question. Where do you see check boxes? You can select only one of these options. Pawan, I think you are checking some wrong question. Okay, I think we were deviating too much from our discussion. We'll go
Maybe
back
I
to.
will log out and again.
Yeah. Please try that. This question was never a multiple select question. It was always like this. Yeah, I'll go to. I mean, the first person in the queue, Deepa.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a doubt in activity 3.8, question number 5.
Okay, activity 3.8, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Question number 5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Question number 5. What's the confusion?
Sir, I am not able to get it. Why the answer is true, true, true.
Okay. Have you understood this particular subject topper procedure from lecture 3.8?
Yes, sir. Sir, then where we are comparing the subject marks with their third highest.
Okay, correct. What else? Do you remember?
If it is greater than the third highest, then we are returning true. Otherwise, we are returning false.
Okay. So what those parameters are? Can you tell me what those 4 parameters are? Can you see this X000? Can you tell? Do you remember?
The guard and other 3 are the subject numbers.
Subject marks.
Subject marks, sorry.
So what subject marks are those?
Mathematics, physics, and chemistry.
Yeah, but maximum so far, right? That's what the importance is. This is the max of maths, maximum in physics, maximum in chemistry. That's what those numbers are so far, right?
Okay, sir.
So this is something, I mean, that's why I asked you that, do you remember what professor is talking about in this lecture? So the point is, the card X will have some values, right? For maths, physics, and chemistry. Some marks will be there for this student X.
Okay, sir.
And those marks you have to compare against these 3 values. And if you find
now I got it, sir.
Even one of them is higher, we return true.
Yes, sir. Okay, now I got it.
Got it. That's why I first asked, have you understood that procedure?
Okay.
Maybe you should watch that lecture 3.8, at least that few minutes part again. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Next is Divyashri.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt on non-graded assignment 3.1 fifth semester.
Okay.
3.1 fifth one. Sir.
Yeah. 3.1, the question number 5, right? This one.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your answer?
The answer is the third one, sir, but 3, sir, but it can be anything, right? Infinity, right? The answer should be.
Okay. What the question is? Consider a tabular representation of shopping bill data set with the following columns. The ID of the card that occupies the maximum number of rows in the table. Okay.
I mean,
this is the question, right? 5th question.
Yeah.
This is the question you're talking about, right?
Yes, sir. But we can add any number of rows, right?
Yeah.
This was my doubt too, sir.
Okay. So we are not asking this. We are asking that if we convert the particular whatever cards we have into a tabular format, which is explained in lecture number 3.1, right? Then in that case, based on our current cards, right? Which card will have maximum rows? Which ID, card ID will occupy maximum number of rows in the table?
We are using
That's the
the
question.
database, sir.
Yeah, we are using the data set. You
Yes,
use word data set, okay, not database. Database is different, data set is different.
Okay. So question number 6 also, sir, please
Yeah,
explain.
Vinay, hold on. You have to wait for your turn. Just hold on. Let me first clear whether Divyanshi understood this part.
Sir, please, I didn't get that.
See, they
Yes.
okay. So what we are supposed to do is just look at the data set what we have. We have to look at the data set. Have you first understood what the question is?
Yes, I'm not able to get the question.
Oh yeah, that's what I was also wondering. Yeah. So the point is, see, have you watched lecture 3.1?
Yes,
In
sir.
that lecture, professor explained that how our cards can be converted into form of a table, right? So when we do that conversion, there will be every card will have multiple rows in the table, right?
Yes.
So which card will occupy maximum number of rows of the table? That's the question. Okay, so which card will do that? The card which have maximum item purchased, the longest card we have, right? That for that card which we will require multiple rows. I mean, every card will require multiple rows, but for that card will require maximum number of rows. Correct? That is the point which we were asking. So if you go to that shopping bills data set, and if you look at card number 3, I think it's not card number 3. Yeah. If you look at this card number 3, this is the card which has maximum number of items purchased. That's why this card will occupy maximum number of rows. It was as simple as that. Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought there will be more rows. How can it be 3? I didn't get that. There's a number of. I got it now.
We are talking about card ID.
Yes.
What is the card ID?
Yes. Now I get it.
Okay. Divyanshri, have you got that also?
Yes, sir, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. We move to next person. Sujay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, activity 3.6.
Sorry, your voice is a bit confusing. Can you repeat it again with me?
Activity 3.6, question number 7, sir.
Okay. 3.6, question number 7. Yeah, earlier you were talking about this question, right? No, some other question. Yeah, tell me what's your doubt with this question, Sujay?
Sir, not Sujay speaking, sir. Chingari Sharma is speaking.
Sorry?
I am still in queue, sir. Sujay.
Okay, so who's asked this question?
Actually, it's my turn now.
Yeah, Sujay, it's your turn only. You should ask question. If somebody asks,
okay, sir.
Yeah, Sujay, it's your turn.
The 3.49 question, sir.
Okay, 3.4 ninth question. See, I don't remember. I don't recognize you by your voices, right? So I just said Sujay and somebody asked question. I assume that it's you only. Yeah, okay. So 3.4, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, question number?
9th, sir.
9th, okay. Yeah, so that's what I assume. You were talking about this question earlier, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me what's, according to you, what's the answer or why this answer is wrong, anything like this?
Sir, she will not get a prize now, sir, because in all subjects she got less marks. So she will not be in the criteria of at least one subject, at least topper in one subject.
Okay. In a variant of score, the maximum marks in maths, physics, and chemistry are 95, 96, 97 respectively. A student has scored 94. Okay, yeah, correct. But see, this is the place where you are making mistake. If you remember the lecture, we don't want topper. We want somebody who's in top 3. Not the exact topper. We want somebody who's in top 3. That's the criterion from the lecture, if you remember.
Oh, so then will she be in the top 3?
Yeah, so the point is, see, what are the highest marks? 95, 96, 97, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
Then we are saying that she got 94 in the subject.
In all 3 subjects.
In one of the subjects. No, sorry, all 3 subjects. All 3 subjects, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
If somebody is getting 94 in the same subject where topper is 95, there is a good chance that she will be in top 3, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
So we are not saying definitely she will get. There is a good chance. That's the point, right?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Okay. Sir, I have another question, sir. Should I wait or
Yeah, go
can
ahead. I
ask?
mean, anyway, this took very small amount of time. So yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so practice assignment, same 9%, sir. Week 3 practice assignment.
Week 3 practice. Okay. Have you looked at the solution?
Yes, sir. I looked at the solution, sir, but I didn't understand what the table 2 is doing, sir.
Okay. Can
There
you
are table
question
1,
number?
table 2, table 3.
Okay. Question
9,
number?
9, sir.
9.
9.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, here I didn't understand what table 2 is doing, sir. Will table 2 keep on adding the or it will get replaced like that? I didn't understand what table 2
Understood.
is doing.
Okay. I got the point that why you're
This was
confused.
my doubt also.
Okay, Kajari. So you also listen to this. See, the point is in this we have nested iteration. I believe you know what nested iteration. There is a
Yes,
while.
sir. Yes,
Inside
sir.
that there is another while. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
now the point is what we are supposed to do here is we should compare every card with every other card. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So what happens is I pick the first card. I compared first card with every other card. Correct? But in
So you're
order to
keeping
do
first.
that, see, so I pick the first card. I read that first card. I move that first card to second table or second pile, whatever you are comfortable with, right? We kept it in
Yes,
second
sir.
place, in a different place, right? Then we are comparing the, okay, after that, I read one more card, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Would you like to solve with examples? And this is also my doubt.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I'm giving example. I mean I physically I can't take cards over here and show you. So just try to. I am trying to elaborate that same phenomenon by words. Okay. So you have deck of cards with
Sir,
you,
please
or in
take
this case a table.
3 cards and do it, sir.
Okay. I'll just
Take for example 3 cards and do
hold
it.
on. Cards may not be a good idea because here we are talking about tables. So I should talk about tables.
Sir, take only 3 numbers, sir. 3 numbers.
Yeah. I'll do it. I know what to do. I'll do it. Just give me a moment. Okay. Okay, that may not work. Okay, consider that this is our, let's say, table 1. Is this particular sheet visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And let's say call this card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, in that we are calling them rows. So let's call them row R1, R2, R3, R4. This is what we have, right, in table 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from here, what we are supposed to compare R1 with R2, R3, R4, correct? Then compare R2 with R3, R4, and then R3 with R4. That's the nested comparison we are supposed to do. Every row should be compared with every other row, correct?
Okay.
Okay. So we did what? So far we used to had only 2 things, right? Table 1, table 2, or pile 1, pile 2. The 2 were sufficient earlier, but because of nested, we require third one. Okay. Why and how, that I will explain. But I believe you remember that why 2 were required, right? Sujay?
Yes, sir.
Sujay, Kajari, and somebody else also
Yes.
asked.
And before we are doing just comparing R1 with R2 and R2 with R3 and R3 with R4.
Correct. Only that comparison we were doing. And for that, we used to create, let's say, another table called table 2, or we used to call it pile 2. I mean, that's the same thing, table or pile or something. So you are supposed to compare R1. So you read this, and even in physical space, if you remember in the lectures, right? Professor pick a card and they keep that card aside in a second different pile, right? There are 2 cards over there. So that is something which we are trying to elaborate over here. Now R1 is moved out of table 1 and added to table 2. Now we are comparing this with this, this with this, and this with this. R1, R2, R1, R3, and R1 with R4. So far, is this part clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
yes,
what
sir.
happens is we are comparing R1 with R2. On the, consider that you are looking at this from a deck, right? There are cards. You can see only the top card. You cannot see the second card or third card or fourth card. It's like that, right? When you keep them on table, if you remember from lectures, right? You can see only top card. That's why we moved
then a stack.
Yeah, as a stack, correct. That's why we moved R1 out. And now because of that, at the top, from the top view, we can see R1 and only R2, correct?
Yes.
R3 and R4 are not visible. Doesn't matter. We don't even know there are 100 cards below or 1000 cards below. We can't see them. We can see only the top card.
Yes.
Remember this part from actual lectures, right?
Yes, fast in, fast out work.
Correct. So now we have compared R1 with R2. That comparison is over. But now we are supposed to compare R1 with R3 also. So in order to do that, we should keep R2 somewhere else. And that is the point where we created one more table called table 3.
Okay. Sir,
the
understood
this
first
problem,
loop, sir, but
algorithm
kind
of.
So this is the point. I will explain you the next loop also. I understand that's the point where the confusion comes. So R2 we compared. Now as we moved R2 out, this went up. Now we have access to R3. R3 and R1 can be compared now, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, once again, we moved R3 to table 3. Now R4 moves up. Now we can compare R4 with R1. And now R4 goes out over here. Now after this, if you remember from the particular pseudo code, I will just share it back. We have something called as move all rows from table 3 to table 1. This was not there earlier. This is also new thing. Okay. Remember this, move all rows from table 3 to table 1. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'll switch back to that particular sheet. Is it visible?
Visible, sir.
Now we are supposed to move all these from here to here and start again from the top. Why? Because now we are supposed to compare R2 with all the remaining ones below.
Yes, sir.
R1 we already compared with everyone. So R1 we can discard. That card is not required anymore because we already compared R1 with everything else. Now we are supposed to compare. Now after moving this should go away. Yeah, so R2 we are supposed to compare with all the remaining ones. So once again, R2 goes here. I mean, you can say R1 goes down and R2 goes on top of that. And it goes out of here. So this moves up. Now you can compare R2 with R3. But after this comparison, R2 can be discarded, but R3 you cannot discard, right? You require that for further comparison. Just like R2 we required for this second iteration. That's why we cannot move R3 to this particular table. We should keep it in a different table. And then only we can move this one up. And then R4 and R2 can be compared. After that, you again move this over here. Table 1 is empty. You start over. And starting over means copying this back or to here. This is removed. Now these can be.
1 second.
Yeah.
Whenever we put that R3, R4 in table 3, so whenever we take out R3, the R2 will come first and then R4 will come. Then how is it possible R3 will keep the first place and R4 in the second place?
See, in whatever the question which we have asked, right? Order is not important, right? We are either finding max or mean or average, right? So
but
average is not that much important in that sense, right?
Okay.
You're getting that point, right? I mean, you just that's the side effect part which I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
At the beginning of this is the side effect part. Yes. But have you understood why third table is required? Third table is
that concept I got it.
Yeah. But Kajari, before you, the person who asked this question, let me ask him whether he understood. Sujay, have you understood this?
Sir, Sir, as you explained this, I understood that why 3 tables are required. So
Okay.
now my question is, the comparison between any two will be done only once, right, sir? Only once.
Yes, only once.
Then, if the total of those two get equals, the A equal to B, then count will be only once, right, sir? So number of pairs, the option should be number of pairs of students who have same total marks.
Okay, but can you see these two lines?
Which two lines, sir?
These two lines. See what is happening. Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
okay, sir. Okay.
We were
Understood,
comparing
sir.
for both cases, right? And in one of the cases, this will return 1, and one of the cases it will return -1, right?
Yes, sir.
We are calling same thing, one with x dot total, y dot total. Next time we are reversing them.
Yes, sir.
Understood? Sujay?
So, but in particular step, only one comparison is done, no, sir?
Correct. Only one comparison is done. Absolutely.
So that comparison may be A equal to B.
Correct.
That will increment the value. Count will get incremented.
Correct.
So in next step, again, comparing something with reverse parameter. Sir, at that time, also count will increment, no, sir?
No, see what happens. Initially, we are saying compare something, right? So we are saying x dot total, y dot total. These two will be, let's say, they are two different values. X dot total is 200, y dot total is 300. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It's 300. Okay.
Sir,
then your
voice
A
is not
becomes
clear, sir.
200 and B becomes 300.
Okay, sir.
Right. Then you compare A is greater than B. It's not greater, right?
Yes, sir. It will return 1.
Then it returns 1. So you add count plus 1. So your count becomes 1. It was 0.
Yes,
it becomes 1.
Yes,
Next
sir.
time, what you are passing? Now you are passing 300, 200.
200.
So your A is 300, B is 200.
Yes, sir.
Now 300 is greater than 200.
Yes, sir.
Now it will return -1.
Yes, sir.
So again it became 0.
Yes, sir. 1 minus 1,
It again
0.
becomes 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So it will keep doing that unless and until total is same. If total is different for x and y, because of one call, it will be either 1 followed by -1 or -1 followed by 1, right? That's what the result for these two lines will give you.
Yes, sir.
But what if your total is same? Let's say both students get, let's say, 250.
Yes, sir. 250.
Then what happens? This one 250 each. Then what happens in this case? Your A is 250, B is 250. Is it greater?
No, sir. It returns 1.
It returns 1. What happens in second case?
Again, it returns 1.
So the same
twice
students twice. That's why the answer is twice the number of pairs.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Understood?
Okay, understood. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay, we move to now next person. Megha Ashmi.
Sir, what is the difference between parameter and argument, sir?
Okay, good. Very good question. Many people miss that there is a difference, and this is something which is very important. Okay. At this particular question level, or sorry, at this particular course level, professor might have used it as the same thing, or you can also consider parameter and argument as the same thing, as synonyms. But going further, going into advanced courses, you should know the difference. There is a difference, and many people may not know that. Okay, so I'll tell you the difference. Okay. There is something called as procedure definition and procedure call. Like we were discussing this question. This is the place where we call the procedure with these two values, x dot total, y dot total. But this particular procedure, right, compare something, is defined over here, right? Whenever
Yes,
we
sir.
say compare something x dot total, y dot total, what computer is supposed to do, that is written over here. So this code tells computer what it is supposed to do. So this highlighted part, right, from line number 13 to 20, this is referred as procedure definition. This is procedure call. I am calling that procedure. I'm just telling computer, okay, go ahead and call the procedure. But then computer will ask me what I am supposed to do. I called it, but what that call is supposed to do. Call is supposed to execute this. So that's why it's called definition, and this is call.
Okay, sir.
So, okay, so whenever we are calling a procedure, we pass some values over here, right? These
Yes,
values
sir.
are referred as arguments.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
And these values, which these variables or values, what we have in the procedure definition, these A and B over here, right? They are called parameters.
Okay, sir.
So
Sir,
we pass. Let's just last sentence, okay? So
okay,
that how we should read it? We always pass argument to a parameter.
okay, sir.
Okay? That's how we should read it. Yes, go ahead. You were saying something.
Sir, in the x total in that procedure definition, it is not required to be the same as x total. It can be a, b, like that also, sir.
Yes, it can be even value, right? 10, 20. That's also absolutely fine. It can be just a number. It may not even be a variable. It can be any value. So the thing is, whatever you pass along with procedure call, it's called parameter.
Okay, sir.
Parameter can be like in this case x dot total. Maybe if we have some other, do we have any other question with the procedure? Okay. Do you remember any question where procedure is there?
No, sir.
Okay, that's the only one question. Huh? Okay, in this question,
I think
see.
question 12.
Yeah, question 11 over here. See, here we are passing x, we are passing a, b, c. These are variables, right? In fact, even x is a card. X is not, I mean, it's a variable, but actually a card, right? Card x.
Yes, sir.
But still, x is a argument, which we are passing to these parameters.
So can I interrupt for just a second?
Yes, go on.
So can we say that what we are doing while calling the procedure is giving the input to the procedure?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So this goes as this is an input for this particular procedure. And there, see, this is a sending end. You are sending the information from here. There should be somebody on the receiver end, on the receiving side in the procedure, right? So this A and B are the receivers on that end.
Okay, so it can be an actual input in terms of numbers or a variable that we are picking up from the card.
Correct. So this can be any information, anything which holds some value. See, x dot total is nothing but something which internally it's a value, right? It will have some value on the card. Who are Sushma, right? Was it you or somebody else? Yeah.
Sorry.
So ultimately, x dot total is some number on a card, right?
Right.
Or in this case, when I say x dot abc, this a is nothing but some number, some value will be there inside a, right? May not be a number. It can be a string. It can be a character. It can be even boolean like true or false, but it will have some value.
Right.
That value will be copied to it on the receiver end.
Right. Right.
So receiver end, this thing, I mean, I should not
So
call it receiver
can you
end.
go down to question 12 again? It's the same thing down there. I actually made an error there because I marked error line in 4. Considering I thought that when you call for a procedure, you have to use the same variable. So I thought that sum and count is wrong.
No,
it should
no,
be
no, no.
sum f
You
and
can,
count
you
f.
can, you can. See, the sequence is important. Whatever is currently in X, it will go to Y.
Okay.
Whatever is currently there in sum, it will go to sum F.
Okay.
Whatever is there in count, it will go to count F.
Okay.
In that same order. The order is important. Names can be different.
Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Megavashni,
Sir.
Yeah, your original doubt. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have another doubt in activity question, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Quickly.
Activity questions 6. Activity 6, question number 2.
3.6. Okay,
Yes,
3.6, question number 2. Okay. Okay, this is the one, right? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't know what is the question. I'm not able to understand.
What would be the value stored in the variable marks? That's the question. So it's a follow-up of previous question, I believe. Okay, what we are saying, refer to procedure, sum, maths, gender. So this particular procedure is explained in lecture 3.6. Okay, that's something, if you don't remember, you have to watch that lecture. I discuss at the beginning of the lecture which of the following expressions calculate the sum of maths marks of all the students in the data set. Okay, and it's a multiple select question. So what the sum maths is do is, sum maths accepts this particular gender as an argument and calculates the sum of mathematics marks for that specific gender. So if we pass sum math in bracket F, it will calculate sum of mathematics marks of all female students. This will calculate for all male students. So if we add that, we will get sum of all mathematics marks in data set, right?
Yes, sir.
That this is what the correct answer will be, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's the correct answer. So follow up in a follow up to that, we are asking what would be the value stored in variable marks. Now we are saying some maths in bracket Z. Now what is Z? We know what is F, we know what is M. M stands for female, M stands for male as per our scores data set, right?
Yes, sir.
What is Z?
Sir, that's what I'm not able
It
to
doesn't
understand.
exist. It doesn't exist. So we are passing some value which is not there. So the procedure will not return anything. It will be a failed call. So marks we will end up getting whatever the original initial value was, which is 0.
Okay, sir.
This computation will not execute. That's the point which we are trying to teach here, that sometimes, see, this is a procedure call, right? Sometimes
Yes,
procedure call may not be successful. You're calling somebody to do some work for you, but that somebody may not do that work. So that external call, external help which you are asking for may not get back to you. And in that case, you will end up having whatever original value you had with that, which is 0 in this case, because we will assign marks to 0, right? Whenever you do this.
Sir.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
can I say? Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Karthik, go on.
Sir, can you please open graded assignment week 2, sir?
Okay, Karthik, I thought you have a question regarding this. So that's why I asked you. Just hold on then. There is one person before you. After that, it's you only. Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, Vinay.
Yes, sir. Question number, sir. Activity first, last question, sir.
Activity first, last question. See, whenever you raise a hand, there is a pop-up on my side. So whoever raise hand first, that person gets first chance. That's how it goes. Okay, first in it's normal queue. Yeah. So yeah, first question.
Yes, sir. Last question, sir.
Last question. Okay, tell me.
Sir, in question, why we not remove, sir, ID, sir? They are ID column, the row, sir, column, sir. Sorry.
You tell me what will happen if you remove ID.
So there is two columns are same number of IDs. So why we not remove it?
But don't you think that's the important part? If we remove ID, what we will have in table 1? Shop name, let's say Big Bazaar. Customer name Abhinav. Total, let's say 3,000.
Yeah.
And in this item list, we will have all the items. How can you map that particular row with this row? How that mapping will happen if you remove ID from both sides?
But sir, when we remove total, the total remarks is not information is important, sir.
No, it is important, but the point is, based on ID, we can add up all the cost, right? We can do the sum of cost and derive total by some computation. I mean, it will require more efforts, but that information will not be lost.
Sir. Done, sir. Sir, question activity 7, question number 3, sir.
Okay, that's one, and then I will move into next. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you already also had a chance.
All done.
Yeah. Activity.
Activity 7, sir.
Activity 7. Yeah.
Question number 3, sir.
Question number 3. Okay. Tell me.
In this question, you will just explain it, sir, please.
No, I will explain, but first you should tell me what's your understanding is.
So we understand the minimum marks. How is minus from total minimum
Now,
marks?
but before that, I mean, this is the correct answer as per portal. According to you, what is the correct answer, or it's
So,
not at all there?
D, sir.
Your D. It is
Yeah.
always less than or equal to 0. Okay, that's your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, now justify this answer for me.
Sir.
Yeah, but that is the correct answer. It is always less than or equal to 0. That is the correct answer.
Okay, sorry. I just want to see.
What's the problem? And that is the correct answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Done, sir. Done.
Yeah,
Done, sir.
fine. I'll move to next person. Okay, Karthik. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please open graded assignment week 2?
Week 2 graded assignment. Okay, before that, anybody is having week 3 questions? As I mentioned, I will take week 3 questions first.
Sir, I have a doubt in the concept.
Okay, just hold on. So Karthik, I will come to you. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm second time I'm pushing you back, but this is open session for week 3, so I will give priority to week 3 questions. Okay, but
Okay, sir.
as I said, it's my personal promise that I will not close session without answering your doubt.
Yes, sure, sir.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
okay. So Shrutika, do you have question from week 3?
No, sir. Week
Sir,
2.
Okay, then I will move to next person. Abhinandan, is it week 3?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me.
Concept.
Yes.
Concept.
Yeah, tell me.
So you told about that the maximum marks 1, max 1, max 2, max 3, 1. So in that we are means we are going under one iteration and putting several filters, or we are going under several iterations. That I didn't understand.
One iteration, multiple filters. For every card, we will go through all those filters.
So then if we go means like for the given example you gave, that max marks is 90 for max. So suppose someone get 95 and it go through all the filters, then every marks will become 95 only now.
No, we are updating max 3 first, then max 2, then max 1.
No, sir. Means I am talking about if condition. All the if condition is under one iteration, or they are different.
Okay, you're talking about the second
If
if
condition.
block and the third if block, right? The
Yes, sir.
three blocks you are talking about.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll tell you. I'll explain you that. I understood now.
And sir, one more in this. So after like first condition is checked, then it will means stop, or it will go to second if condition.
It will go to the next if condition.
So then means like so if we go by that condition, then every time max 1, max 2, max 3 will be same value now. If it will go by.
No. I'll explain you why that's
Yes,
not
sir.
the case. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm reopening those slides.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, this is the first block where we do the comparison, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what you said as per that, right? As per that, what happens? That particular 95 is a new updated value. So max becomes 95. Second max gets the max value, and
Yes, sir, 90 and 80 respectively. Yes, sir.
Correct. So they go down one step, right?
Yes, sir.
Then when you come to this condition, now tell me whether this particular condition will hold true.
So now the max marks is 95 and subject marks is 95.
Correct.
So then 95 is greater than second max now.
Yeah, but it is not greater than max, right? See, earlier that's the point I was making when I was explaining to Kajari, right? We never write a condition like this. We either write it with AND operator or operator, or we put it two if inside each other or something like that, right? Some combination is always there. So this is something a very concise manner, just professor put it together. I believe if he has some complete pseudocode somewhere.
Yes, so here only one more doubt, sir. If the means like second person got 90 marks.
Yeah.
It's like max marks is 90. It is updated to 90, and
Correct.
the next person when we go, he also gets 90. So in
Correct.
that condition, this case will go on till
Yeah, correct,
third
correct,
max.
Abhinandan. Yes, absolutely. That is what also I explained to Kajari, that that's the
Yes, sir.
drawback. That is the drawback in this code. I totally accept. Even professor might have mentioned this in the lecture. I don't remember exactly he mentioned this or not, but there is this drawback that if there is a duplication, then they will not have any way to store it, right?
So means like for max 1, max 2, and max 3, all will get 90 now, sir. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. No, they will not. In this case, they will not. The point is, we should have some mechanism to store multiple values for each variable. Because if there are multiple people, let's say 95, 95, 95, that the topper is 95, there are 3 toppers. Then our original max should store 95 value 3 times. Ideally, that's the scenario,
Yes, sir.
right? Right.
Means like
So
it will be a count.
yes. So there will be 3 people who will get first rank, right?
Yes, sir.
Ideally, that is the case. But based on our current knowledge about pseudocodes, that is not possible. Okay.
Also, can
So
we miss like
Abhinandan, hold on. Let me finish first. Okay.
yes, sir.
So that limitation is there in this pseudocode. I totally understand. And in order to overcome that, we require some more concepts or maybe some advanced concept of from programming or from computer science in the pseudocode. Okay, which will
Yes,
come
sir.
in week 5. And that is
Okay,
in
sir.
week 5, professor is going to revisit same pseudocode and he's going to update this to remove this drawback. Okay. So that is something you have to wait. I mean, we can't teach everything to you in single week, right? That drawback is here. We will revisit this code and improve on that in the week 5, or either week 5 or week 6. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, else could have been used here, right? In the second and third condition.
Yeah, Siddharth, we can. But again, the point is, if the 2 people get same marks, then what? Ideally, we cannot call them as first topper and second topper, right? If they have same marks.
Right.
Yeah, then they should be stored in the same variable. But currently, we do not have that mechanism to store multiple values in a single variable.
Considering that we don't have any duplication, all are having different marks.
Yeah.
If we use else here, it would have been a better, more efficient code.
Yes,
Would have been more
absolutely.
efficient.
Correct. If you assume that there is no duplication, then yeah, that will work. Okay. But as I said, same code he wants to refer to some for next thing. And because of keeping that in mind, that else part is not there. You will know this better when we revisit this part again. Okay. I understand it's like a the some kind of a promise which politicians make, but trust me, it is coming. Okay, it's actually there. It's not a false promise. It will come back in either week 5 or 6. I don't remember which week, but it's there. Yeah.
So like I'm asking it once again.
Yeah.
So like if miss already max marks is 90 and we second person also get 90, then sir, can you confirm that third max will be also 90 in this particular case?
See, that is what I was telling to you, that there is a drawback in this code, that if there is a duplication, it will not execute. It will not execute properly.
So that I understood, sir. I am just asking that like will it third max will also become 90 or not, sir? Just can you answer that?
Okay. Listen to this. See, if you have a duplication, then how it depends on how you read this particular condition. Whether you consider that if this is first condition, I mean, we are written it as a one line, but there are actually 2 condition check, whether max is greater than this, followed by x subject greater than second max. Okay. How you read this is important in order to answer your doubt. How you read this, as in whether to read this and this or this or this. So if one of them is true, you execute these two steps. That's one option. Or if both are true, then only execute this step. And the ideally what professor wants is if both are true, If both these conditions are true, then only we are supposed to execute these two lines.
Sir, 90 is greater than 90 will give true or false, sir?
It will give false. 90 is not greater than 90. It is equal to 90.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So it will
So it
give
will
false.
not execute. Okay, sir.
Will not execute. And that's the drawback over here, right? Because we want to update, may not be the max, but we want to update other variables in that case.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
sir,
We are
actually
losing
this,
out on that 90 number over here.
sir, here
Yes.
the aim of this code is not to find duplicates. It is to
Yeah.
find the first three numbers, top three numbers.
Top three numbers, correct.
So suppose suppose the max is got by 2 or 3 people. The code is not supposed to find whether the max is got by 2 or 3 people.
Right.
It only wants to find the top 3 numbers which are there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, that point is correct. The confusion, I mean, what you say is actually the motive over here with pseudocode, but the confusion came into picture what Kajari said, right? In the other lecture where professor are doing this by hand, right? Where they are maintaining all that by using, I mean, they're writing on a card using marker and all that. At that point, they're maintaining all the numbers.
So
Yes.
suppose there are 2 people with max and 3 people with second max and 4 people with third max. We still consider that max is we don't consider that the person who has got second max is the third person. We consider him as the second person, even
Correct.
third in the list.
Correct. No, Siddharth, what you're saying is correct, but this is slightly different than what professor did in that other lecture, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point where the original confusion started, or that's where the whole conversation started, where what Kajari mentioned. See, there are 2 lectures, right? Hold on. Week 3, there is some lecture called 3 price problem.
Yes, 3 price problem.
Yeah, 3 price problem. In that, professor have made some cards and they have written on the cards all the numbers. But when we come to pseudocode for 3 price problem, that part is not there, and that was the original confusion from where this whole conversation started.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, the point is that whatever you mentioned is absolutely correct. We are not interested in knowing how many such people are there. We just want to know what is the top 3 marks.
Yes,
we don't bother that whether top first marks there are 10 people or 100 people. We just want to know what are the
because
top 3 marks.
there are two criteria. One is whether the particular candidate has got is among the top 3 in individual subject. So this code is for that process. This top 3 mark is for that. And there is another criteria that he should be in the top 3.
Correct.
If he's in the top 3, maybe then suppose 2 people have got the same marks, then they will be considered as, suppose one person has got the top mark and the 2 people have got the second top mark, second mark, then those 3 will be considered as the top. So suppose we want to know the top people overall. Then in that case, we have to consider that the first person who has got the top mark is the top person. And suppose 2 people have got the second top mark are the 2 other people. So they are the 3 people. But if we want to consider whether they are in the top 3 marks in individual subject, then this code is correct. Then this top 3 marks is correct. But if we want to find out the top 3 people overall, then in that case, we have to consider duplicates. Suppose 2 people have got the second high marks, then they will be considered the top 3 people. No? Suppose one has got top mark and the second has got second top mark, then these 3 will be considered as the top overall. And then we have to consider the top 3 for these people. They should be in the top 3 in individual subjects also. So I think if this top 3 marks procedure is not wrong. It is just this top 3 mark procedure is just to know the top 3 marks in individual subjects.
Yes, correct. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, but there is this limitation on it that we cannot do more than this.
Yes.
But see, in the lecture, in the other lecture, right, where people, the professors are doing this by hand. Over there, they were doing way more than what the procedure is doing. That is the point. And even whatever they are doing by their hands, even all those things are possible using the procedure. But for that, we require some additional some advanced, concepts which we will learn in week 5 and 6. That's the point which I was making. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'll come back to our original sequence. So Abhinandan, is it clear? Shall we move to next person?
Yes, sir. Now clear, sir.
Okay, great.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so I'm seeing there are still many people who have raised their hands, I believe. So as I said, let's do week 3 first. Deepa, do you have week 3 doubt?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay.
sir, when we are calling a procedure, then we have to wait for procedure result before going to the next step. Is it so?
Yes, that is correct.
Sir, in case the procedure, suppose we are adding all the girls marks or all the boys marks, then some conditions are not satisfied. Like if we are adding boys marks, then what happened to the girls marks?
They will be skipped, right? That's what happens when you have if condition.
Okay, well, we wait for procedure result, then we go to the next step.
Yes, unless and until we get that result back, we are not supposed to execute next line. That's how it works.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Next is Rajiv. Rajiv Tayal. Hello, Rajiv. If you are speaking, you are on mute. You have to unmute first. Okay, fine. Raju, I'll come back to you. We'll move to next person. Sushma, do you have questions from week 3?
Not from week 3, sir.
Okay, then I will move to next person. I'll come back. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shruti, do you have questions from week 3? Yeah, Rajiv. Yeah. Shruti, hold on. He is back. So Rajiv, yes, do you have questions from week 3?
Sir, I have doubt from week 2 graded assignment.
Okay, hold on then. I will come back to you. Shruti, do you have questions from week 3?
No, sir.
No, okay. Kajari,
Yes.
then Praveen.
Yes, I have question from week 3.
Yeah,
This is
Kajari,
sorry, just a second. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is the 3.9 question number 3.
3.9 question number 3. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Will you please explain that interface and implementations one?
Among students, what is your understanding about these two words? Can you tell me? Then I will explain you with some real-time example.
Implementation means where we implement the code. I'm not sure.
No, it's fine. See, Kajari, it might be wrong, which is fine. That's why I mean, it is nothing wrong in having wrong answer. Answer is
I think
answer.
implementation means when prologue is calling. That is implementation.
Okay. Something else? And what is this interface?
Then only one thing is left, that where the function, the statement where you call the function.
Okay. Hold on. I'll tell you. I mean, this is not actually that complicated, but I'll tell you first with some real-time example, and then I will relate this with our pseudo codes and all that, right?
Okay.
So consider this. I mean, you must have withdrawn money from ATM machines, right?
Yes.
Right. So you must have visited different banks' ATMs. And you must have observed that every bank have their own ATM, their ATM machines, and whatever display which you see on the screen and the procedure, what happens? You click this, you click that, and all that stuff, right? It's slightly different. It's almost same, but there are some small changes as per the bank, right?
Yes, it depends on the bank's ATM.
Yeah, depending on bank, maybe they ask you to enter PIN first. At some places, they might ask you to enter it later on. Sometimes the card comes out, sometimes it stays in, and all that small differences are there. But ultimately, what is the process? You insert a card, you enter PIN, and you enter the amount which you want to withdraw, you get money.
Yes, as a main thing.
At the top level, this thing is same, right? So this same thing, whatever I am talking about, this is interface.
Okay.
So as for a user, I just need 3 things. I need a card, I need its PIN, that password PIN, whatever is there, and I need amount which I want to withdraw. I just have to provide these three inputs and I get my money as output.
Yes.
What order, whether card stays inside, outside, and all that, I'm not bothered about that. I have these three things, I get money. That's my understanding as a user. That part is called interface.
Okay, user interface kind of.
As a top level thing, for a user point of view, that's what I am interested. That's interface. But internally, it is implemented in a different way for each bank. That's why there is this difference. Small differences, but that difference is there. That is implementation. Because each bank have implemented their software in a different way. But still, each of those softwares are performing same operations. Understood this concept?
Yes. Yeah, this concept I understood.
Now let's relate that to this procedure 1, procedure 2. What procedure A and B, procedure 1 and 2 are doing? Accept pair of integers and return the same value. Okay. Given as passed by them, okay. Over here we have not explained what procedure 1 and procedure 2 is. Let's say procedure 1 is, not related to this question in general. Let's say compare with this. We have a procedure which is finding out sum of total marks.
Yes.
Okay. So you pass, you provide the deck of cards to that procedure. It will return you the total of, sum of all total marks. Okay. So this is interface. I am supposed to provide deck of cards or the table rows, and I get sum of total. That's what the interface is. Internally, how it can be done? You can read each card from top to bottom and find the sum of total. Or you can read the cards from the bottom up. Or you can read those cards randomly. Just pick anyone. All three are valid implementations.
Yes.
So implementation, there are three implementations just now I told you. But interface is still same. You provide deck of cards, you get output, which is the sum of total.
Yes.
Understood? Implementation and interface.
Yes.
Now I believe you can answer this question.
Yes. Now I read all this and I will answer.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Praveen?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Question from week 3?
Sir, actually not a question, sir, but a small clarification, just 2 minutes. So in the course page, it is given that only, for the quiz one, which is qualifiers actually, which we are going to write.
Yeah.
It is given that only up to 3, the syllabus of up to 3 weeks will be conducted for the exams.
4 weeks.
But here it is given 3, sir. That's fine.
No. If you are reading, you might be reading some old document or something. It's up to 4 weeks. You have to study. The exam will be based on first 4 weeks. I don't know which document you are reading, but
3 quizzes.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 quizzes will be conducted at the end of weeks 4, 7, and 10 based on the contents of the week 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, respectively.
No. That is something old document you are reading. We have modified that.
Okay. Sir.
Qualifier is always based on week 4. That never change. There is something quiz 1 has to be used to happen for pre-qualified students and all that, but now we have changed that. That's the old document you are reading. I don't know from where you got that, but
it's in the website, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understood. So that's not relevant for you. That's for term student. For qualifier students, for anybody. Quiz 1, which is happening on 5th of June, right?
Okay, sir. Then all the weeks will get equal weightage. There's no partiality on the weightage. Then.
No, absolutely. Okay, partiality, there is nothing like that. I will not comment on the weightage of each week. The exam will have questions based on first 4 weeks. That much only I can comment at this point of time. I cannot comment like that. See, in CT, that's not the concept, right? Whatever we learned in week 1, it is still there in week 4. Right?
Yes.
You cannot divide it as week wise. Variables we learned in week 1, they are there and they will be there till week 12. Right?
Yes, sir.
So we cannot actually say, okay, this is from week 1 or week 2. So
sir,
based on
4-week course or 12-week course?
It's a 12-week course, but your qualifier exam, the exam which is happening on 5th of June, right? That exam will be based on 4 weeks. The total it will be a 12-week course.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay. So
What
I'll
is
now.
foundational level course then?
Sorry. Yeah, Rajiv.
Foundational level course.
Yeah, it is a foundational level course. There are 8 courses in foundational level.
This will be considered as a quiz one. So
yeah, okay. So if you are already qualified, then for you it is a quiz one. If you are a qualifier student, it will be considered as qualifier exam. But
yes,
the syllabus
sir.
is first 4 weeks.
Well, actually, I was telling him that.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I know that.
Yes, Amir, because you are a term student, right? Yeah, okay.
No, sir.
So I'll come back to this non-city related question towards end. Okay, let's first help students with city questions. So yes, Karthik, I'll again start with you now. Anything, week 2, week 1, whatever you have, just go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So could you please open week 2 graded assignments, sir, please?
Yes, sure. By the way, now graded assignment solution is available. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, I've looked at it. And I still have a doubt in it, sir.
Okay, sure. Tell me, question number?
Question number 5.
Okay, question number 5. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this
There
question, we have sent a clarification that we will give full marks to anyone who has selected either option 1 or option the fourth one.
Sir, I have selected first question and I got wrong.
Yes, sir. But
see, listen. That re-evaluation will happen. And if you have selected option 1, you will get marks, but it will take some time to reflect on your end. Okay, we will give you full marks if you selected this option.
Okay, sir. Sir, I was confused on this. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah, Amir. So the point is, there was some fair argument and discussion on this on the discussion forum as well, and we have sent a clarification on that whoever selected either no mistake or step 2 as an incorrect as an answer for this, right? You will get full marks. How many marks? 2 points. You will get 2 points.
So, but actually,
sir,
but the point is, Amir, the point is it will take some time to reflect. Okay, so be patient with that, but you will get marks.
Sir, I am understanding this, but one is I want to ask question on this question that one is a good thing. Like one could be a variable of max, right?
Yeah.
One is fine, I think. No.
Yeah, one is fine. That's what we also assume. But there is one another fair argument. I will explain to that. So let Karthik finish. Yeah, Karthik.
Sir, actually, we can't say there is no mistake, sir. There is a mistake, but that option shouldn't be right? Like whoever has written no mistake, but they shouldn't actually get it. What I'm trying to say is that's not the right option, actually, right?
See, there is a way you process it, right?
Yeah, but the variable max should always be initialized to 0. Only then you can find the max.
No, that's a misconception.
It depends on the data, sir.
Yeah, not data. See, it depends on what is the purpose. I mean, for what max is ultimately gonna record. Why we always, earlier we used to store 0. We used to initialize max with 0, right? When we were computing marks. What is the minimum possible marks? 0.
0.
That's why we were initializing it to 0.
Yes, sir.
It is not a standard that you should always initialize to 0. That's not a standard. Don't consider it as a written rule somewhere. Whatever the minimum possible value that goes as a max, that's the convention. Okay. That is why 0 we used to. But with respect to shopping bill, what is the minimum possible value on a shopping bill? It's not 0. Nobody gives you a bill of 0 rupees, right? It's 1.
A bill does not exist if it is 0.
Exactly. So it has to be at least 1. With keeping that in mind, we've raised this question and kept no mistake as an answer. But then there was an argument saying, what if there is the highest bill, right? Let's say in the shopping bill, there is only 1 bill. Possibility.
Yeah, and the highest is 1.
Highest is 1. So in that case, max is 1. That will not be a problem. The problem comes that this variable will not be updated because this is not true. 1 is not greater than 2, and because of that, this will not update. And that is why option A also we are giving marks, because this is a fair argument. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you understood why we are giving marks to anybody who has selected either option 1 or 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Both
sir.
are
Yes, sir.
reasonable, sir.
Both are, I believe it's fair call, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
But only as I said, it will take slight time because it's a extra work which we have to do from backend, and then only it will get reflected on student dashboard. But it will happen before your exam. It will happen. Okay?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, sure. We'll move to the next person, Shrutika.
So my question is from practice assignment 2, question number 8.
Okay.
I just wanted to, know the difference between, if you could explain it much better, the difference between at least and at most when it comes to mask, because sometimes I just get confused.
Sure. Question number 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your confusion is with respect to at least and at most, or this question specifically?
Only to at least and at most.
Okay, then I'll just explain you without this question. Okay. What is at least? When I say at least 5, okay?
Yeah.
That means what? At least 5. 5 and above is allowed.
Okay.
At least 5, right? What is the sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how the sequence is, right? When I say at least 5, that means I should have at least 5 apples.
Okay.
Let's say I should have at least 5. That means 6 are allowed, right?
Yeah.
When or the contrary, I should have at most 5 apples.
Okay.
What does that mean? 4 are allowed, but 6 are not. At most 5.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you can apply that logic to this question and solve it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt in this at least and at most concept, sir.
Yes, Sujay.
Sir, at least 5 and at most 5, both include 5, no, sir?
Yes, both include 5, correct.
Yes, sir. Because in one of the question it was confusing, sir, but I will see the question and I will come back again, sir.
Yeah, sure. In both at least and at most 5, let's say 5 is included.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have question in graded assignments. Please.
Amir, you have to wait. You just raise your hand and wait for your turn. Okay, there are people waiting before.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Rajiv, yes, go on. Or your question is already done.
No, sir. Sir,
Okay.
graded assignment, question number 1.
Which week?
Sir, graded assignment 2, question number 1.
Okay. Have you looked at the solution?
Yes, sir.
There is a detailed solution over here where the entire question is explained. Maybe you should look at that.
Sir, detailed solution is not there, I guess.
Yeah, it's there. Just below that graded assignment. Can you see graded assignment solution? Can you see my shared screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the solution I'm talking about. Okay, that's the solution. Can you see it on my screen? It says graded assignment solution.
Sir, but it must be option A for question 1.
Okay, the question is highest marks of chemistry and 0 respectively. So, okay, this is the correct option as per the given thing. And you are saying option 1 is correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you explain me why you think option 1 is correct? Then I will tell you where you are going wrong. Okay. See,
Yeah,
we both agree that okay. Tell me why this is wrong. I mean, both are wrong. So yeah. Raju, can you explain me that how you came to this particular conclusion that option is right?
Sir, I guess A is the lowest mark, and according to it, as A is less than B, and B is the highest.
No, I mean, explain me how you came to this conclusion. Explain me that how you interpreted this particular procedure in order to come to that conclusion. Explain me your understanding. What is happening? Just or maybe explain me step 5 and 6. What is your understanding of these two steps?
Sir, if A mark is less than Okay, sir, I'm not able to get. Can you please explain?
So that's why I'm saying, please read the explanation, whatever is written, and come back. If you still have a doubt, I will explain you again. Okay. It's
Sir,
already
I
there,
think,
and we already 10:15, right? So if something is already documented, why to waste time on that, right? That's why I'm saying, just suggesting, there are 3-4 people, right? Let me answer them, and if you still have a doubt, I will come and explain you this. Okay.
sir, where is the answer?
That's what I'm telling you. Can't you see my shared screen?
Yes.
So there is this. Can you see this graded assignment solution over here?
Yes, sir. Yes, I got
Just have to click on that. It will open something over there. You'll see something like there is a PDF. You have to read in that PDF.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, just read that. I will give you 5 minutes. Take your time. If you're still unable to figure this out, you come back. I will explain you. Okay. Shruti.
Okay.
Yeah, Shruti. Next.
So
So can
question
we
number 8
leave for the
from
night,
grade.
sir?
Sorry.
We don't have a doubt. Can we leave for the evening, sir? Any other new?
See, it is not mandatory. I mean, I'm just clearing doubts, right? I'm not teaching something new. It's not mandatory to be
Okay,
there.
so we can go, right, sir?
Yeah. I mean, there are many people who already left. It's fine.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Shruti, go on.
Thank you, sir.
So question number 8 from graded assignment 2.
Okay. Once again, have you looked at the solution?
Yes, sir.
Same question is mine also, sir.
Okay. And what's the problem in that? I mean, even after looking at solution, you are not able to understand?
So I believe the answer should be option 1.
Option 1. Okay. And the given answer is?
So option B.
Number of students who scored more than 75.
So the last option.
The last option.
Yes.
This is the correct option, and according to you, option A is correct.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Amir, according to you, what is the correct option? What you submitted?
Actually, I have also chosen the first one.
First one. Okay. Fine. So maybe Shruti, as you asked, can you explain me that why you came to this answer?
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
in the condition, it mentioned that if mathematics is less than 76, C is false. So C will be true if the marks are greater than 76. Similarly for physics and chemistry. And then here they mention C equal to true. So
Okay.
I thought it will be
Okay.
number
Hold
of
on.
students who scored.
Go back. Originally, what is the value of C? True.
True.
Yes, sir.
And now explain me just 3 lines. What is happens with these 3 lines? Shruti, go on, then I will come to you, Amir. What
So if
happened? Just explain me these 3 lines. Yeah.
So if the mathematics marks are less than 76, it will update to false.
Correct. And if this is not, I mean, mathematics marks are not less than 76, then what will happen to C?
It will remain the same.
It will remain the same. Correct. Same thing
Yes,
is with physics. Same thing is with chemistry.
Yes, sir.
So this your understanding is correct. Now you tell me, and then tell me, explain me these 3 lines.
So here, if the value of C is true, the count will increase.
Correct. So
It will
now
be
you tell
incremented
me.
by 1.
Correct. So now when count will be incremented? When C is true.
Yes, sir.
Right now, I mean, we are going in a opposite direction. Count will be incremented when C is true. Now you tell me when C will be true.
Sir?
Yes. When C
So
will be true?
when all of the marks are not less than 76.
When none of the marks are less than 76.
Sir?
What does that mean?
Yeah. Sir?
Yeah, one person at a time, guys. Please.
No,
Don't.
sir, in this only, sir.
No, yeah,
Sir,
but she's saying something, right? And I am also saying something. Let us finish our sentences.
Yes, sir.
I'll come to you. Just Abhinandan, don't worry. I'll come to you. So, Shruti, what you said, that when when student did not got less than 75 in any of the subjects, right?
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean?
So they scored more than 76.
Are you sure?
So here is where I'm getting confused. I thought it would be the exact opposite. So it will be more than 76.
No, see, equal to symbol is not there. That's something you have to understand. See what I say, when you do not get less than 76, that means you should get more than 75. According to your answer, number of students who scored more than 76 marks in all three subjects, right?
Yes, sir.
What happens to those who actually get 76, exact 76? Let's say I get 76 in mathematics. What happened to me? Let's say I get 76 in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. All three subjects I have 76 marks. Now tell me what will be the value of C as per pseudocode.
So it will still be false.
Why?
No, it will be true.
It will be true, right? I get 76 in all three subjects. Then I'm comparing 76 less than 76. It's false, right?
Yes, sir.
So this will not happen.
Yes, sir.
This will not happen. This will not happen. So what is the ultimate value of C? It's true, right?
So finally it will be true.
Yeah. So that means you are counting me, even though I got 76 in all three subjects.
Yes, sir.
But as per your logic, I should get more than 76. No, I should get 76 and above. I should get more than 75.
Understood, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I also had a doubt in the 10th question.
What you did, right? You just inverted that. That part is correct.
Yes,
but
sir.
when you invert, you also have to either do +1 or -1 based on what kind of inversion you are doing. Because because you are ignoring the part that what happens if they're equal.
Yes, sir.
And that is why we had to do -1 in this case, and we said more than 75.
Yes, sir, I
Okay?
understood it.
Yeah,
Now.
yeah. Okay.
So also the 10th question.
Okay. So before going to that, Amir, is it clear for you also?
Yes, very clear, sir.
Okay, great.
So on this one,
10th.
can I add on the question 8?
Yeah, Abhinandan. Sorry. Yeah, you were saying something earlier. Go ahead.
This is Ranjit actually. On the question 8, I just wanted to add.
Okay.
Just the way I solved it is I created result sets based on the pseudocode. And basically my result set on the pseudocode was 76, 77, 78, right? And then I translated what is the meaning of more than 75. So more than 75 means 76, 77, 78. And more than 76 means 77, 78, 79 onwards. So the result set clearly, matched with more than 75. That's how I did it. Actually, I wrote that in the copy and did that way.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That's really a good suggestion for others also. But Ranjit, this is actually a good. So I'm not discouraging this, but also keep this in mind that in exam there will be a time limitation. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing this approach is absolutely good. It's good, but you have to find a way to make it faster. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because right now for grade assignment you get 10 days, right? There is no time pressure as such, right? 10 days is a very huge amount of time. But in exam you will get few hours. So
1 hour,
just
right?
keep that also in mind. Yeah, one hour per course, but yeah, I just say it's just saying, I mean, considering the whole exam.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, Abhinandan, yeah, sorry. You were also saying
Sorry,
something.
sir, for interruption. Sir, but
No
same
problem,
thing
yeah.
I was also saying that we can check for 76 only to see the condition. That's
Yes.
what I was asking.
Yes.
Sorry, sir, to interrupt.
No, it's no problem. The only thing is, see, you directly giving that answer is one thing. I could have also directly given that answer, right? The point is, students should come up with the answer themselves. Then only they will get that confidence, and they will know how to approach something. That's why usually I don't give direct answer. I first ask,
Yes,
you tell me first, then I will tell you where you're going wrong, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yes.
my way of teaching. Everyone has their own way, but yeah, so that's the point.
Sir, one more thing on this question.
Yeah.
Sir, what if like in computer CT course, what if there is a number of like a 4 number of options? So we implement options and minus all the options which are not applying to that pseudo code or to that function.
Yeah.
So it is a good method to rule out all the wrong option in what is not applying to that function or to that pseudo. So it is a good way or not?
Yeah, it is in a way, it is a good way, but see, that takes more time. That consumes time, right? You can do that as a backup plan when you are not sure about your answer, but you are absolutely sure that okay, this is what this pseudocode is doing. Why to waste time in doing this this reverse processing? If you know the exact answer, just mark it and go ahead, you save time. But if you are not sure with something and you are maybe okay, I'm confused between this and that and something, there is slight amount of confusion, then maybe you can apply this, this particular method. And because
rule out the option which is same explicitly wrong.
Yeah, I mean that you can keep it as a backup plan.
Okay sir, thank you.
Sure. Okay, we'll move to then next person. Megavashni. Yeah.
Sir, I have a small doubt in activity 3.3, sir.
Okay, again back
Second
to 3
question.
week. Okay, where were you when asking about week 3? 3.3, right?
Sir, I raised my hand, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 3 point.
Second
Hello?
question, sir. 3.3.
Okay, 3.3, second question.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yeah, audible. Go ahead.
Sir. Okay,
Yes.
sir. Sir, in the question, fourth option is also correct, it seems, sir. But how we can consider character? It includes punctuation marks also, no, sir?
Okay, hold on. Let me read the question. What are the criteria used in the lecture to decide if a given word is a short or long? Okay. And we are saying the word is long if letter count is 6 or above, short if it has, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, sir. Sir, we're considering only letter count, sir.
Yeah.
But if we take character, it includes punctuation marks, so letter count will change.
Yeah, punctuation marks we are not considering
5 characters, sir.
Yeah. So we are not considering punctuation marks for counting a length of a letter of counting a length of a word. If you even check in the data set, right? I'll show you some data set sample also where we have ignored that this is something which you have explained in the week 1 lecture or somewhere it's there. But anyway, I'll just quickly show you. This.
But in the option they give.
Yeah, you should ignore that. Just consider, see, whatever punctuation marks are there, you should, unless until we are talking about full stops to figure out whether it's the end of the sentence or not. Otherwise, ignore the punctuation. Now, for example, this. Can you see this word?
Okay, sir.
Word morning.
Yes, sir.
Now,
yes, sir.
Count how many letters are there? MORNING. 7, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is the letter count written over here? 7. We ignored that full stop, right?
Yes, sir.
That is what you should do with respect to letter count. Letter count is we should focus only on the, see, when we say length of a word, we should not consider punctuation marks. Punctuation mark is not part of that word. We have added that over in the data set just to, specify that this is the end of the sentence. But otherwise, punctuation marks are irrelevant for our computation. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'm confused with that character word, sir.
Yeah. Character as in just focus on alphabets.
Okay, sir. Sir, then I have one general doubt, sir. Is there any additional mark for answering in discussion forum, sir?
Yes, they are there, but not for qualifier students. If you are qualifier student, then it's not applicable to you because you do not have official ID from our side, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Yes, next is Abhinandan.
Yes, I had a general doubt, sir. Like for exam, for CT, the questions will vary, like question number. Some are saying that it can be from 12 to 14, or some are saying 20. So I wanted to know that approximately how many questions will be there for CT.
Okay. Who told you this? That they will vary from 12 to 20, and who gave you this information?
Sir, means like in Telegram groups, people were discussing.
Okay. Okay, that is why we always said do not join these unofficial Telegram groups, because they spread a lot of incorrect information. This is a completely incorrect information. We never officially said that there will be these many number of questions. Unless and until something comes from our side, do not trust it. You are misleading you. These groups are misleading you with all this information. Okay.
So means
I'll tell you. So far, yeah. If you have some previous reference paper or something, you are referring to that, then it's up to you. That's fine. That's something which came from our side, right?
Sir.
That's one. We never tell that how many number of questions will be there. We never announce, and not just computational thinking. No subject will do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me be clear on that. But it's our responsibility to make sure that we will put correct amount of questions which are solvable within the given amount of time. That's our responsibility. We'll make sure that even the average student should be able to solve all the questions within given time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's something we will take care of.
Okay, sir.
So you don't worry about that. And before exam, by the way, I don't know whether you know this or not. Before exam, we have something called as mock exam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? And during mock exam, we also it's a time mocked exam. That exam is also timed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So try to solve that exam to get better understanding about how many questions you have to solve in what amount of time. Again, number of questions in that exam will be different or might be different than actual number of questions in final exam. In the actual exam, because again, it depends on difficulty level also, right? Number of questions.
Yes, sir.
So the point is, we will make sure you will be able to solve all questions in the given time. That's our responsibility, and we will take care of it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and please do not trust any of those groups and whatever the information is getting circulated over there. Please.
So that's why I clarified here, sir.
Yeah. That's best. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Whatever you have doubt, you ask instructors. Instructors know better than anybody else out there about what is happening, because we set the question papers, not those guys in those WhatsApp groups, okay, or Telegram groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Next is Siddharth.
Yes, sir. You asked me to stay back for that question which we were discussing
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay. Hold on.
Sir, we won't go to that question. Just a similar question in practice assignment 3, question number 12.
Okay.
Question number 12.
Practice assignment 3. Okay. That's something we can discuss.
Sir, here the 11th line has a issue. 11th line has a issue. The same issue is there in that particular question also.
Okay. Now you tell me. Over here also only line 11 is the answer. According to you, what is
but there is but in that particular question there is a second issue with here that's line number 17 is there, which in this particular question is right. But in that particular question it is not right, sir.
Okay, Siddharth, are you a term student or a qualifier student?
I am a term student, sir.
You are a term student. Just give me a second, okay?
The question is reverse, sir. In that particular question.
Yeah. Hold on. We already discussed a lot. Just give me a minute and don't say something on that question. Just give me a minute. Siddharth Kulkarni. Okay. Okay, Siddharth, so 1031, that's your roll number, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
1031. Okay, fine. So I will contact you tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay, sir. On email?
Maybe. Do you mind if I call you?
No problem, sir. What time, sir?
You tell me. I mean, do you have your working professional or your student or what?
I am a working professional. I'd appreciate if you would call me at around 9 o'clock.
Okay, sure. Let me see whether I get your
Or
contact.
maybe I can give you a call if you give me some number.
Okay, or else better I'll write to you. Okay, I'll write to you. I have your roll numbers. I have your idea. I'll write to you. So that time is not a constraint. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll
Okay.
write to you and maybe we can have a discussion on that.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Next is the.
So, but sir,
yeah.
You still maintain that is a correct question
Yeah,
in the.
yeah. Still, I believe it is correct. Nothing is wrong. But maybe I mean, if I'm missing something, I will have a fresh look at it after this session.
Because the question is reversed, sir. The question is reversed.
Yeah, I understand. As I said, I'll have another look at the question. I mean, with a clear head when live session is not going on. After that, I will do that, and as I said, I'll write to you. I have your ID now, so I can easily contact you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you,
Anyway,
sir.
graded assignment deadline is not tomorrow. You can always submit remaining questions and submit one later also. That's not a problem.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll get back to
Thank
you,
you.
Siddharth. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shruti?
So question number 10 from graded assignment 2.
Okay, that's something we already gave a clarification, right? I already gave a clarification on that you will get marks if you have selected option A.
No, sir, that's a different question.
That is question 10, right? Okay, let's see. That's question 8. Okay, Shruti. So question 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, 10 is different, sir. Yeah. Have you once again, have you looked at the solution?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then tell me what's the problem in this? Correct answer is count is equal to count plus 1 and count is 1. Okay. This is the correct answer. Okay. According to you, what's the thing? What's the correct answer?
Sir, I actually had a problem with understanding the pseudo code.
Okay. Can you tell me what part you have understood and what part where you are stuck at or something?
Yes, sir. So they said A is equal to A plus 1 here.
A is equal to A plus 1. Yes, correct.
Sure. So is it representing the number of words?
Okay, so this is equal to words data set and read. Yes, we are incrementing that. We are counting number of words. Correct.
So then in line 6, if A equal to B. So does it mean the word has 1 lakh characters in that?
No, that's not the point. Is see. Okay, I'll tell you. What is happening? Count finds the number of sentences with minimum number of words. Correct.
Yes, sir.
But is it that there will be a possibility, right? There are 2 sentences which has minimum number of words. Let's say there are 2 sentences with 3 words in it, and that's the minimum minimum in the data set. Possible?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you should the count. What will the value of count? 2, right? Because there are 2 such sentences.
Yes, sir.
If it is 3, then count should be 3.
Yes, sir.
So the point is A is counting number of words in the particular sentence, and that's why we are resetting it when we find X when X that the word ends with a full stop, we are resetting it to 0 because we have to start counting again from 0 for next sentence. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But before doing that, ignore this condition for first iteration. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For first iteration, focus on this condition. I mean, even though you not ignore it, it's fine. I mean, let's say your first sentence in our data set, it was Monday morning, right?
Yes, sir.
A becomes 4.
Yes, sir.
Now 4 is not equal to what 10,000, 1 lakh, whatever is there. It's not equal to B, right?
Yes, sir.
So this block will not execute. Fine?
Yes, sir.
You come here. Now A is definitely less than B.
Yes, sir.
Now your B is updated to 4.
Okay, sir.
Now B is 4, right? You don't have to worry about this part. Now B is 4. And A is also 4.
Yes, sir.
And you incremented count, you set count to 1.
Yes, sir.
Because now we found sentence which has less number of words. I mean, so far we might have seen only one sentence, but that's the smallest sentence in terms of words, right? So far.
Yes, sir.
Now consider the second sentence which also has 4 words.
Okay, sir.
Then what? Your A is 4.
Yes, sir.
And B is 4. Still B is 4, right? If you remember from
Yes,
previous
sir.
iteration. Now A and B are equal. And that is
Yes,
when you
sir.
should increment count, because now you have 2 such sentences which has 4 words in it.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Understood, sir.
At some point of time, maybe later on, if you found a sentence with 3 words, then okay, fine. Then you increment count. Then this will not be true, right? Then A and B will not be equal, but then A will be less than B. Your B will be A, and you will set count again to 1. Here we are not incrementing. We are resetting it to 1 because we found the sentence with 3 words.
Yes, sir.
If you found another sentence with 3 words, then yeah, then it will be count plus this will happen because A will be equal to B.
Yes, sir. Sir, so in the
Understood?
statement 2, the count will have the number of sentences with unique number of words.
Not unique words. The count is the number of, it is the variable which stores total number of sentences with minimum number of words. We are not concerned about unique. They can be duplicated. Who cares about that? We just concerned about how many words are there in a sentence.
Okay,
and
sir.
What we are identifying? We are identifying a sentence which has minimum number of words. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And there is a possibility of having multiple such sentences. Right? Like let's say,
yes,
I am Omkar, I am Joshi, I am instructor. All 3 sentences has 3 words.
Yes, sir.
Now that's why the count will be 3. Why 3? Because there are such 3 sentences which has minimum number of words in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, in this explanation, sir, you said in the first
Yes, Naveen.
iteration, in the first iteration, you did not execute the first if loop, but you went.
No, we will execute this. I'm not ignoring. I'm saying definitely A will never be equal to this number, right? That's why I skipped it. You can execute it.
In the first iteration.
Yeah, in the first iteration. See, A will be never be equal to B, right? When A will be equal to B in first iteration, when you found a sentence which has actually this number of words in it.
Basically, first sentence itself will have the highest number of words.
Not highest. I mean, this is unrealistic to have a sentence with these many number of words in it, right?
Because I chose the second option, which is the exact opposite of the answer. Because
yeah. See, that's the point, right? You should increment when you find equal, and when you should set it to 1 when you found something which is lesser than your current minimum.
Okay, so when it is equal, you initiate it to 1, and when it is less, which is actually satisfying your question, then increment it to 1. Okay.
No. That's not correct. Now, have you understood why the option A is correct?
Yes, it seems what I have made, it is the opposite of.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
correct.
Sir,
yeah, sure. Thanks.
Answer. Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Next is Bishwajit.
Hello. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, Bishwajit, go on. Junak,
Yeah,
if you have a doubt,
sir.
maybe please raise your hand. I'll come to you. Yeah, Bishwajit, Roy, go on. Bishwajit, are you there? Okay, I think he lost the connection. Okay, next person is Del. I don't know what's your name.
It's Aryan, sir.
Aryan, yes. Maybe next time join with your real name.
Yes, sir, by mistake.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, Aryan, go on.
Sir, week 3 content, can you go once?
Week 3 content, okay? Yeah. Tell me.
And activity question 3. Miss 3. Yeah,
3.3.
Yeah, third question.
Third question. I already explained this earlier.
Because of network issues, I got disconnected.
Okay, fine. Tell me, according to you, what's the answer? 60.
I got 60, sir. Like
yeah,
60.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. You got 60, but the correct answer is 75.
75, yeah.
Yeah. See, the point is how you got 60.
That's directly like I
Because you
concluded.
said high frequency words are short. High frequency words are short. There are 60 and total words of 100. So 60 out of 100, you are saying 60%, right?
Yes, sir.
The point is you should not consider all 100 words. The question, read it properly. And that is how all hypotheses are either proven or rejected, right? What percentage of high frequency word confirms the hypothesis? So you should consider only high frequency words for this hypothesis, not all.
So 60 by 80.
Yes, 60 by 80. That's how you get 75.
60 by 80. Mistake I did.
Yeah, 60 by 80, right? Why 60 by 80? There are how many high frequency words are there?
That is 80.
80, right? 20 plus 60.
Yes, sir.
And out of which, how many
60.
are confirming hypothesis? That's this 60. This 60.
Got it.
That's why 60 by 80.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Next is Gaurav.
Sir, hello. I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, Vishwajit now. Gaurav, I'll come back to you. Vishwajit was talking earlier and you were dropped out. Yeah, Vishwajit.
Yeah. Sir, it was disconnected. My internet was.
Yeah.
Sir, I was talking about sir graded week 2 graded assignment question number 5, sir.
Okay. Have you looked at the solution?
Yes, sir. I have looked at the solution, sir.
Okay. And then still, if you are not able to understand.
Actually, some doubt is there, sir, in that question,
Okay.
sir.
Question 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me.
So question 5 is just said that shopping bills data set was there and they have initialized.
Okay, hold on. Vishwajit, let me stop you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Have you marked option 1, this as a correct option?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You will get full marks.
Oh, okay.
You will get. I mean, we have given a clarification. I think you might have missed it. Whoever selected this option or this option, we are giving full marks to all those students. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you will get full marks for this. Only thing is, it will take some time to reflect on student dashboard because it's a lengthy process on backend. We have to recompute the scores. So it will take slight. There will be a delay, but you will get these 2 points added in your score. Okay.
Okay, because this was the only question I have got like wrong answer.
Okay, then you will get 100 out of 100, but it will take some time, as I mentioned. Okay.
Okay.
But it will definitely happen in coming week.
Okay, so that means that answer was option was right, sir?
Yeah. This option is also right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have given a detailed clarification about why no mistake is also right and why this one is also right. Maybe you can go back on YouTube for maybe 15-20 minutes. I have already given a clarification on this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Next is Gaurav.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Sir, my question is regarding the marks used for calculating the final result.
Okay.
For assignment, how much assignment marks are used for calculating?
Okay. So for each assignment has 100 marks, right? Ultimately, everything gets converted to 100.
How much percentage is used in final score?
Okay, so for that, there is something called as grading document. You should refer to that.
Sir, I couldn't understand that formula.
Okay. So this is something you should write to support team. It's not related to computational thinking. They will be in a better position to help you. I mean, I don't want to give you some information which may not be accurate. I mean, I'm not the person who works on these formulas and all that stuff. So better you write to support team. I believe you have you know the way to contact them, right?
Yes, sir. I have.
So better write to them, but write to them on Monday because next 3 days we will be, the entire team will be busy in a big event which is happening in the campus. So please contact them on Monday and they will be in a better position to help you with your doubt because it's not related to computational thinking, right? It's across all courses. It's still same.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Better contact them. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Gaurav. Janak, go ahead.
Sir, my doubt is cleared by Deepak, sir.
By Deepak, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Deepak is here, huh?
Yeah, Omkar, I just logged into the session.
Okay. So you're clearing some doubts.
No, so she was looking for this peer deck sessions are there, no? So she was looking for questions. So generally we give the description of this peer deck as well as the question timestamp in the YouTube, no? So
correct.
Yeah, so actually link is I think they have, as I talked to a studio team, and the link has not, even though they have written the link, but the link is the periodic session is not opening. So I need to talk again and update that link.
Sure. No,
sorry, interruption. Sir, before leaving, sir, I just have a question regarding, sir, that portal, that discourse, sir. So in discourse, we need to ask any question, or we can, if possible, then we can answer the question also, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We want you to answer. I mean, it's better if there is some communication or the discussion happen within students. That's the ultimate thing, right? We want actually that to happen. See what happens in actual college. You will never go to run to teacher directly. First, you will ask your friend, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what actually we want. Ultimately, teacher is always there to help. Okay, sir. Yeah, so please go ahead if you should know. If you can help somebody else with answer, that you are more than welcome to do that. And we in fact encourage people to do so.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Vishwajit. Okay, yeah, Shruti, you have raised your hand.
Yes, sir. So from activity 2.9, question number 3.
Oh, I thought we finished with all questions. It's 10:50.
So this is the last one.
Okay, it's 10:50. Okay. Activity
2.9.
2.9. Okay. So we are going on for almost 3 hours now. Okay.
So the third question.
Third question. Okay. Tell me, what's the doubt?
So could you please explain why it will keep running forever?
Okay. Why it will keep running forever? What the question is, consider the following story. What will the above code execute? And the answer, the code will never terminate and will keep running forever, seeing the cards again and again. Okay. The point is what we are saying, pick a card X from pile 1 and then move X to the bottom of pile 1. What will happen? You pick card from top, insert it at the bottom. Pick it from top, insert at the bottom.
Okay, so we'll get the same pile again.
Pile 1 will ever finish?
No, sir. So it will be the same.
So that's the only part over there. It's not that, I mean, it's not some big logical question, but yeah, that's the point.
Yes, understood. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay,
sir.
Thank you. Good night. Okay. Is there any other question, or can we close the session?
So, Siddharth, sir, please have a look at that question.
Yeah, definitely. See, on the record, I have said that I will contact you. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
It's my personal promise. I will contact you. I'll write back to you by, as I said, if possible tonight, but definitely by tomorrow morning for sure.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thanks everybody for joining.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye everyone.
Thank you for your patience.
Yes, somebody said something.
I said thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.